Hi. Oh, that's all wrong. Everything's bad. Everything's awful. I'm on the wrong. There we go. Hi. I lowered my mic because it was covering something on my screen previously. Hello. There's nothing on screen right now because I have not opened the game. Everything's bad. I'm a professional. I'm so good at this. Ugh. You guys have some good music. Let's open the video game and talk to our friends, huh?
For a long while.
Hi, friends.
Hi.
Hello.
Ah!
Okay. Well,
Uh-huh. Is that your feelings about Fulbright?
Oh, right, that's why.
yeah.
Yeah, something cut for me there. And it was quite funny.
I really
let
thought
half
you
of
just.
Rowan scream.
Yeah, I really thought you were just screaming
Just
apropos of
screaming for
nothing.
screaming.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I was actually.
I just
Okay.
put reasoning
Shasta
to it.
justified me.
You're welcome.
Before we get deep into shit,
Uh-huh.
Before we get deep into Fulbright.
Before we get deep
Oh.
into
All right.
No.
Terrible, man.
No.
I am going to be involved in making a fan game.
Oh my god, yeah,
Yeah.
Alex, I saw that.
For,
Holy shit.
If anyone has watched Fantasy High Junior Year, because it is, I think the central conceit is actually spoilers for that season. But it is a dating sim based off of Christian Appleby's, and I will be voicing one of the potential romancers whose existence is a spoiler.
All right.
But she's cool, and I'm excited. But I'll also be helping on the post-production side of things, so I'll be cleaning audio up and making sure everyone sounds so
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
That is so cool. Congratulations.
I'm super excited.
Very cool.
And in the server that we have, there's been a lot of conversation about all of the visual novels people like, and so Ace Attorney has come up quite a bit.
Danganronpa?
We did talk about Danganronpa briefly, but it's mostly been Ace Attorney. There's been a little bit of Nonary games.
You should introduce some of our nicher ones, like Pixel Puzzle Makeout League.
I did mention this about
Aviary Attorney.
Aviary Attorney.
The goat.
Aviary Attorney. I did mention, and I think I got someone to at least wishlist Paradise Killer. God, that game is so good. I rewatched trailers. Actually, the first trailer for that game is is not great. Like the PS4 trailer is a better trailer because the first trailer doesn't have any of the visual novel elements. It only has like you wandering around.
Oh.
So it's like you think it's just an open world game. It's just not what it is.
It's not.
But it does give you a good visual vibe for the game. All right, let's put this man in jail. Let's crush him under the rubble.
Let us now crush him. Let us now reconvene.
Also, I did notice Apollo and Phoenix have switched places.
Oh, did they?
Let us crush him.
They didn't.
Bailiff,
defense is
fetch
ready
the
to go.
rock.
It looked like I can't ever remember. No, it is. The assistant.
Fetch the second rock.
Bailiff, fetch the rock and the lettuce.
What?
And the lettuce?
Lettuce.
The lettuce?
Oh, lettuce crush him.
Oh, I see.
Lettuce.
I hate it.
Crush him.
Get more lettuce than you think we'll need. The prosecution has never been more ready. For context, if anyone doesn't know, I'm a little under the weather at the moment, so my voice is going to be just a little bit. It's good. I think it works.
He's feeling
it
angsty.
helps.
It's good.
I think it helps.
It could help, yeah, especially for the finale.
He aged 5 years in the last trial.
This is what freedom sounds like. A bad cold.
Unnerved Simon Blackwell, yeah.
You know, this is the first time we've been at the defense bench together since I debuted.
Oh yeah! Wait. What? Oh yes, these two. Now that you mention it. Although back then I thought you were more loud than you were reliable. Holy shit, Phoenix!
Jesus.
He's honest.
You really come a long way since that Apollo. Look at him, he heard it. He heard what Phoenix said. Look at his grumpy
You're
face.
not. Your thoughts are so loud.
You've grown a lot. He's so angry.
But not
Yeah.
upwards.
There have been some hiccups, but I guess I've done pretty well. Hey, he's one, not that short. Two, being short's fine.
He's still got.
I wouldn't say it was bad. I just said he hasn't.
He's still got that ego of his, though.
Prosecutor Blackwell. With the 7-year mistake now resolved, you can finally take your rightful place.
Is it? They're an STD that's referred to as a 7-year itch.
What?
Crabs?
I think it's
So
crabs.
the movie The 7-Year Itch is about the thing where you've been married for 7 years and then you want to start cheating. Like
I've never heard
I'm
that
pretty
one.
sure that's what the 7-Year Itch is.
I
Like, the
thought
idea
it
of-
was
You
a
know, the
reference to
cheating is
crabs.
funny.
I thought it was crabs.
It's a movie about Marilyn Monroe.
Not about. I think she's in
That's
it.
Gotcha.
Never mind.
I always, this whole time, have thought it was an
No,
STD
okay, so
reference.
yes, I'm pretty certain that a Epic Rap Battles of History uses it as a joke about STDs.
There we go. Of course.
Maybe where you're getting it from.
There it is.
Do not call me out.
Listen, I thought the same thing and had to look it up myself, so I am
been
also
called
at the
out.
Devil's Sacrament.
Yes, I guess we can keep the chit chat about 7-year itch for later.
The guy becomes obsessed with his neighbor Marilyn Monroe for 7 years, only 7. Once that
guess he
December
stops and
31st
fucking
rolls
dies.
around,
Oh.
so he's like, you know what? I'm over it.
But bailiff, please bring in the witness immediately.
Oh, okay.
Even with those handcuffs off, Prosecutor Blackwell seems to be pretty much the same.
7 years of grumpiness doesn't go away so easily, I guess.
You be
Hey,
grumpy
slut.
too. Bobby Fulbright here.
The slide from Apollo to Fulbright is really funny. Him.
I heard I was needed on the stand, so here I am.
Detective Fulbright.
I'm not evil.
Do you know why? Do you know why you have been called to give testimony?
It's not because I killed anyone or any two people.
Certainly couldn't be because somebody's dead. Yep, because there's only one reason why I'd be called.
He pulls out his gun.
And that is because it's time for justice. In justice we trust.
I love that the audacity of still playing his theme here. It's great.
And with that fucking open mouth, I'm obsessed with it. It's such a, I love this scene.
His upper teeth just being a line.
I got up into the twist in Barry's stream and then I stopped watching again. But his entire chat kept saying "Injustice, we trust."
Ooh,
Just getting rid of that space. Can we get a Russian accent on Fulbright once he breaks?
No.
You can't fool us with that act anymore! Your justice is nothing but lies!
What? Are you questioning the integrity of my sense of justice?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, sometimes I make mistakes, but
Oh my
Hey.
god.
he's acting exactly the same as always.
I have missed Apollo over here because his expressions are so funny. Tell me about it. He must be feeling awfully confident.
Fulbright, if you wish to dispel our suspicions, then let's get to your testimony.
Dispel our sus.
All right, fine. You want me to prove my righteousness? I can certainly do that. I am the very embodiment of justice itself. I won't have you make me into a villain with your far-fetched arguments. And this bit about the escape route is only a theory. You don't have any proof.
You weren't here for that.
I was filled in.
That's not true.
What we do have is proof of that Athena Sykes is the culprit. This lighter with our prints on it.
Oh, so now you're okay. You're jumping on that train.
Theoretically, he could have been in like the stands or somewhere listening.
Right, but the way he was like, I'm only here because obviously we're gonna be talking about justice, and I love justice. And it's like, no, you're here because you're being accused of murder, doofus. He didn't know this.
No.
details.
I honestly think this is a gameplay kindness of not having to make you go through the entire argument again.
Yeah.
So you're saying the suspicions against you are completely false, and that the defendant is the real culprit.
He watched the VOD. real fast. Let me pump in some 3 hours of content.
I can watch it on 10 times speed. I'm just that good.
That's right. Mr. Lawyer's escape route is totally circumstantial.
Yeah, it still could have been Aura, but I don't think so.
He doesn't have any proof that I made a big leap onto a ladder.
We don't have proof. We don't have proof. You are correct about that.
Big leap.
However, you don't have any proof for your claim either.
God damn it.
Nuh-uh, you.
I guess you're right.
Now, how do you prove that you didn't do that? Like, that's...
You cannot prove a negative, generally.
Hey, Simon, we maybe need to rethink that.
You have
But
an
you
alibi.
can't
to
define
any
justice
conduct.
with evidence. Who can define it anyway? Justice just is.
Objection, shut the fuck up.
Don't make me break out a dictionary on you. Oh, please don't throw the book at me. Oh. Tell me the Phantom didn't just make me set up a stupid pun for him.
Let's just try not to lose focus, alright?
But my justice is crystal clear. What's not clear are your eyes. Wake up and smell the justice.
Silence.
He's really harping on the justice today. I wonder why.
Ah!
Enough of your rubbish, Fulbright. If you have even an ounce of justice, then you will answer the court's questions and prove it.
Prosecutor Blackwell? Prosecutor Blackwell looks torn.
Well, Fulbright was his partner, after all.
Prosecutor Blackwell is right. The truth will be revealed in the cross-examination.
He's actually from a country called Justice. So he's saying Justice We Trust, like, this is the nation that I am loyal to.
Yes.
He's been very open and loud about being a spy this whole time.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Really, it's on us.
The suspicions against Detective Fulbright are, at this point, only suspicions. As is my duty, I will judge the claims against the detective as impartially as I can. Does anyone have any objections?
That's fine, Your Honor.
Now ask away and don't hold back.
Well, there don't appear to be any objections. Yeah, I guess. Guess nobody had objections. Objections. Jesus.
Yeah, okay. Nobody
okay?
had any objections.
I'm
You
thinking
okay?
a bit too much about needles lately.
Oh.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination.
Why does no one just think about objections?
It's always about the end. I know. What about the outjections, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The rejections?
it's actually
What about your
ejections.
ejections?
My ejections?
Yeah, your ejections.
Is your jection running?
You
Better
go
hope it
get
is.
it.
You better go catch it.
Rejections.
Where ejections?
Our ejections.
Nobody ever asks how ejection.
The embodiment of justice. Those are just empty words.
Wumbo ejections?
Beast ejections.
But they say if you keep saying something, it can eventually become the truth. Isn't that how people make their dreams come true, too? By wishing over and over again?
Yeah, sure. Alright, let's just move on. Oh, there's something in there. Sorry, I got very focused on this weird little bottle that I have on my desk.
Mm-hmm.
That is empty when it shouldn't be, so I don't know where everything went. My argument is hardly far-fetched. There's careful reasoning behind my theory.
Yes, well, apparently there's reasoning behind even a tofu burger. But what we have against Miss Sykes, though, is not just reasoning, but solid evidence.
Reasoning behind even a tofu burger. You're
There's
lucky.
seasoning!
You're lucky Maya isn't here. She would beat your ass.
And it's called the lighter, with Miss Sykes's fingerprints in the victim's blood.
On it, in it. You know, you stick your fingers inside of a lighter. Yes, that's true, but wait. Detective Fulbright was the one who brought that evidence to the trial.
I'm muted. That would do it. If you harbor any suspicions, I suggest you ask Fulbright right to know. Especially about that lighter.
He's right. But what exactly should I ask about? He's gonna be like 5. It's like, psych! Athena's only had 4 this entire time! Please tell the court about the position of the prints on the lighter.
They're around the same spot on either side, as if they would be if she were holding it up.
I suppose if it was used to light the room, it would be held that way. Could you please add that statement to your testimony? Just the way they would be if someone was holding it lit. I should look at my things, huh?
Your things.
Was they not using it to illuminate the room?
Evidence found by Detective Fulbright as Athena's prints. This is the bomb. Perp held the lighter with an earth emblem in their left hand and the knife on their right. Doesn't specifically say.
Well, my question is, how did the blood get on the lighter in the first place with this argument, since there's no blood on the knife handle?
Yeah. I actually don't want this one, I think. I think I don't want this one.
Hold it!
You mean the lighter that was found in the Space Museum, is that right? Oh, okay, okay. They just added it to the end, and I
The
wasn't at
one
the end.
and only! After Miss Sykes murdered Mr. Terran, she escaped into the Space Museum. That's when she probably dropped the lighter.
Did we press the new statement either?
No, I didn't, but I think I need to switch to the other one. Because I think that's the one that we probably need to expose some evidence about. And I don't have any. I have evidence about what hand she was using, but I don't have evidence about
I see. Makes
how
sense.
she was holding it.
Then, after the launch pads were switched, she ran out of the Space Museum, where her image was caught by the security camera.
Without evidence, I should probably save the fight for another time. It's so weird that this was the one that got me the Prince thing.
Was
Right?
it this one?
Because I started here, and then we moved on to this one. I pressed it, and then we ended up with the branches on this one for some ungodly reason that they put at the
Yeah, I would
end.
have expected it to be on the next one.
Right? They really just, that was weird.
Hold it!
Yeah. The number of prints. So how many prints were found exactly? Ha ha!
3!
Ha 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 ha!
The thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger of a right hand.
Crazy. Your Honor, this is an important statement. Can we please have it?
Swapped into my testimony? You got it!
His testimony.
He beat me to it.
Ha ha ha! Beat investigating or testifying. Speed is the key.
You Jacksepticeye.
You're too slow.
It's no use. Presente. Presente.
Objection!
Presenate.
Presente. You said the prints were from her right hand. Is that correct?
That's right. Very clear prints.
But that just doesn't add up.
Huh? Why doesn't it add up?
Getting louder. It's so funny. According to Miss Blackwell, who saw the culprit herself, this person held a lighter in their left hand.
Oh.
So here's the dilemma before us. Why are the prints of the lighter from the right hand instead of a left?
Ah!
You're right. It doesn't make sense, does it?
No one ever, whenever you have something in your hand, it is forever in that hand. It never switches over to the other hand for any reason.
Never.
Your Honor, this lighter can be hardly called incriminating evidence. The witness claims don't even hold water.
Detective Fulbright, I hope you have a good explanation for this.
I just can't understand it. They're definitely right-hand prints. But then, why are they inconsistent with Miss Blackwell's statement? I've got it!
What have you got, Detective?
This Blackwell's a liar.
The mirror! The witness must have seen a reflection of the culprit in the mirror!
Yeah, huh?
Go on.
Miss Blackwell was looking in through the window of boarding lounge 1, wasn't she?
I believe so. You mean the little window in the back to the right of the room?
That's right, and across the room on the opposite wall
Oh, come on.
is a large
Oh,
mirror!
come on. I do remember seeing it. Ah, so you're saying.
Yes, The culprit Miss Blackwell saw must have been a reflection of that person in the mirror.
Ah, I see. In that case, right and left would appear reversed, wouldn't they?
Ha 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 ha! Now do you see? That's the logic of pure justice.
But your argument is only conjecture. You don't have any proof that what Miss Blackwell saw was a reflection.
Right, dunno. You'd sooner nick yourself than him like that. Put some more muscle into it.
Punch him.
Huh? Yeah, go run up and punch her. Okay, if you want me to.
That's right.
I was in a fighting game. I feel like that would get a little bit too violent.
Besides, the lighter couldn't have been in the left hand.
And why not?
Miss Blackwell said she saw an Earth emblem on the lighter, didn't she? That emblem is only on one side of the lighter.
You're right. There's no emblem on the other side.
Exactly, as blank and smooth as the judge's fine scalp. If the culprit had held the lighter in their left hand, they would have covered the emblem.
The fact that she was able to see, this is a reflection, and she was able to see the emblem that was on it, but not any details about the person holding it.
Uh-huh. In the dark, in a mirror, through a window.
Yeah.
What's more, this is the kind of lighter you flick open with your thumb before lighting. So if the culprit had held it in their left hand with the emblem out and visible...
You can take your other hand and lift it up. There is no requirement that it is your thumb.
They
It'd be
wouldn't
an
have been
insane
able
way of
to
doing
open
it,
it. Let alone light it. I mean, if they had a knife in one hand and the lighter in the other...
Use the knife to pry it.
Something's gotta give. But if they had held it in their right hand, they could easily open it and light it. This all means that the culprit was definitely holding the lighter in their right hand.
No! Come back, my beautiful contradiction.
So I have a lighter right here, and I did try to flip it the opposite way, and it's very easy. Not difficult at all.
Fairly inconvenience.
It appears you've planted a flower that bears no fruit.
Same.
Oh.
You planted a flower without fruit, or you...
See how it withers before my flower of justice?
I don't want to know about your flowers. I don't want to know about that. He's tough. He's managed to discredit almost everything I've proven up until this point.
I'm a professional. In justice we trust. Now don't you see? I'm not the phantom you've been talking about. I mean, are you sure there really is a spy? I bet they're just a figment of your imagination. Oh, it's so sad. So very sad. But I'm afraid Miss Sykes is the culprit.
Just run up and cut his Achilles.
Jesus
He's not wearing any socks.
It's always the correct option.
Christ. Detective Fulbright, I believe you said that the emblem is only on one side of the ladder. Are you sure about that?
Do we not have the lighter? What?
Of course I'm sure. Why don't you take a look for yourself and see? Do you see an Earth emblem on both sides of the lighter?
Apollo just takes it and starts burning his hair.
Is there blood in the way?
I knew it. You're lying, detective.
Can we please use this in the courtroom? I want to do it.
Pardon me?
You mean
Yes. Yes. My bracelet reacted to a statement about the emblem.
Yes. Yes.
He's definitely hiding something big.
I don't want to know.
I think if we use my talent, we might be able to figure it out.
Justice Dunno. Are you to use that sheet of yours again?
Are you cheating in my courtroom?
Not a cheat. It's not cheating, Professor Blackwell.
It's my
Prosecutor?
it's my God-given superpowers.
My mom given superpowers.
My mom given superpowers.
Very well.
My mom, who I don't know, and I would like to. So if anyone knows who my mom is,
My mom, who I don't know, and it's just a shame that no one on this earth knows who my mom is.
No one knows.
Nobody
It's
knows.
a mystery for the ages.
It's a secret to everyone.
Whether I like it or not, I suppose we should use whatever works right now.
Not even
Go
God
on, then.
knows.
Not even God.
We have Prosecutor Blackwell's reluctant blessing, apparently. Okay, Apollo, you're up. Were you talking, by the way, Apollo? You say anything?
Here goes then. Detective Fulbright, could you repeat that last statement one more time?
We're gonna get up close and personal with him sniffing his fingers.
What in the world are you up to? All right. Fine.
I don't want to watch him sniff his fingers.
I'll say it as many times as you like. Listen carefully. The Earth emblem is only on the side that you can see when held in the right hand.
Tibby. Okay,
I do love his face like this, though.
It looks like he's like.
Nom,
It does,
nom.
yeah, it does look like he's actually like chewing his food. Yeah.
It's really awful. It's so funny. And the fact that his eyes are just staring without like.
Did he blink? Is that the only time he blinks? Is during that
Blinks a couple
statement?
times.
Okay.
I think. Maybe. I don't know.
I
Go
feel like
back
it's
and
gonna be
look.
one of his fists.
No, he
Oh
blinks.
no, he's blinking. He's blinking.
I feel like he's gonna clench one of his fists.
Oh
or
my
something.
god.
The one
it
that
looks
has-
so Mickey Mouse. With,
It's
like, the
also
lines on them.
gonna have an evil face. Oh my god, I missed the fast forwarding of the fucking
of the special DS that you used.
yeah, the
Yeah.
special
The
DS.
very legal DS that you used last time.
Extremely legal.
Magical DS.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Nintendo.
Oh,
approved.
Thumb! What you doing? What you doing over there, sir?
Just itching his side. Okay,
Is
all
it
right.
not an Earth emblem?
His fucking reaction when you do that.
Ah,
Saturn?
my thumb!
Oh yeah, it's not an Earth emblem. That's Saturn.
I was wondering.
Oh
That's
yeah,
fully Saturn.
I was okay. It's not a. It's so not. It's just that it has the moon
Oh,
next to
yeah,
it.
Oh, okay. It's showing the moon orbiting
The
the,
moon
Earth.
orbit
Gotcha.
the
Showing the
Earth,
brain of
yeah.
someone who really loves tennis.
You don't usually put the orbiting on those things.
No, that's true.
Yeah, it did look like it had rings. Whenever you say the phrase "the Earth emblem," your left thumb moves. In fact, it appears as though you're running it along the edge of your holster.
Because he's threatening you, Apollo.
Hey! Should we maybe not allow him to have a gun in court?
Mr. Lawyer, I don't have the foggiest notion of what you're talking about. Be that as it may, I know it has something to do with the lighter. Let me examine it.
Give it. He did offer to give it to you before.
But why? You're not making any sense. You can't just...
Apollo, you shouldn't have done this whole song and dance. He was offering to have you look at it.
Be still and do as you're told, Fulbright. If you have nothing to hide, you shouldn't mind them having a look-see, should you?
The look-see. What? Not you too, Prosecutor Blackwell.
I'm not sure what this is all about, but if Prosecutor Blackwell insists, and it must be something important, I will allow the defense to examine the lighter.
Oh, Izzy, thank you for reminding me. There is a line we missed last time that I saw in Barry's thing. It was, I think it was a wrong answer or something, because Barry likes to do the wrong answers.
Oh, sure.
When Edgeworth was here,
Oh my god.
you say a wrong thing, everyone gets on you, Edgeworth gets on you, you get the penalty. The last thing Phoenix says before it gets back to normal is, "Yes, Daddy."
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that one. I forgot that was then.
Oh yeah, that one.
The yes, daddy line. That one. That one. Yeah.
That one, "Yes, Daddy."
Mm. Good. Now maybe we'll learn something new.
Is the correct answer after the wrong answer?
Yes.
That's true.
After you've given the wrong answer, that is then
No,
the correct.
I don't think it was the question. I read it wrong. It's the correct answer after the wrong answer. You're right. I hope so. Now let's check every inch of this thing. We get to spin!
Spin!
Oh my god.
Spin!
Oh boy, we spinning. Oh, look at us. Look at us spin. I can feel the Emma in this courtroom. In this Chili's. I don't see anything unusual about the top of the lid.
The lid.
The lid. Patrick, the lid.
But Detective Fulbright's words were definitely hiding something. Let's look for something that has to do with what he said.
Is this like a magnet?
Are you a magnet?
This is a wild way of doing this. Oh yeah, because I can do WASD. I gotcha. Can feel them on this Chili's. So, this is the Earth emblem Detective Fulbright was talking about. See, spot on.
See anything noteworthy?
It's got Australia.
Yeah, it's got Australia on it. That's weird.
Hey, look at this! The emblem's actually some kind of butt.
It's a butt.
That opens the light.
It's a gun! It's the tiny gun!
Wow. It transformed into something.
Shut the absolute fuck up, holy fuck. It's a gun! That's
I
like,
can't believe it's a gun.
God,
it's
that
the
it was a
gun.
gun.
It's the gun that we've been missing this entire case! A handle? A trigger? Is that what I think it is?
There's no question, it seems. What you have there is a gun.
Oh my god. How do you load it?
What?
How do you load it?
You don't need to load it. You shoot it once and you're done.
You're done forever.
It's a
Again.
throwaway.
So
A
that's
little
it.
derringer.
Your Honor, please recall this morning's trial when Director Cosmos was on the stand. The bullet that hit the oxygen tank was extremely small, maybe a .10 caliber. This little compact gun probably takes bullets of that caliber. I doubt there's rifling marks because they know how to scrape those off.
It looks like this is the gun that was fired at the scene.
I'm flabbergasted. The lighter was a gun?
So when
The whole
Detective
time.
Fulbright would touch his holster,
That's right. Whenever he mentioned the Earth emblem, he must have subconsciously thought about the secret behind the lighter. In other words, he knew it was a gun from the very beginning.
still sniffing his fingies.
A lighter that transforms into a gun seems like a spy gadget to me.
We're just punishing a man who is stimming. Who's just kind of rubbing the holster because it was soft.
Mm-hmm. That's what we were doing.
I do that with blankets.
It's not the kind of thing any ordinary person can get their hands on.
Your blankets can't kill people.
That's debatable.
Not without some serious effort. In fact, I'd say it's strictly in the domain of elite spies.
Blanket murder.
Detective Fulbright, you will explain yourself.
Nuh-uh. Please.
I don't have to do anything. There's nothing for me to explain.
I plead the fifth.
Nothing is happening here that needs my attention. I didn't know the lighter could transform. I mean, it was found in the Space Museum, and then I brought it straight in. I didn't even have time to check it.
Objection!
Out. Whenever you mentioned the Earth emblem, you touched your holster. You subconsciously did that because you knew it was a gun.
Evidence.
Accuse me all you want, but where is your proof? Do you have any evidence that I knew the lighter was a gun? Not exactly. And whose prints are on it? Miss Sykes's prints. It proves that she's the culprit who fired the gun at the scene.
Is she a lefty? Why would she fire a gun from her left hand if she's not lefty?
She could be. Ugh.
It would appear that the detective is right.
Are you guys really trying to prove your client innocent or what? Although it pains me to do this now that we are where we are, I have to make the following assertions, coming from the prosecution side. The person who fired the gun at Director Cosmos in the lounge after the incident, and the person Miss Blackwell saw holding the lighter, and the person who murdered Mr. Terran, and the person who bombed the Space Center, are all the defendant Athena Sykes. The prints on the lighter are decisive proof.
That is quite the sprite option. You're like saying all of those things. The person I'm accusing, here is my badge. It was me.
No! Now do you see? A man on the side of justice couldn't possibly be the culprit.
But what if he was?
And I think this about sums up Miss Sykes' part in the whole affair.
The evidence certainly does seem to point to the defendant's guilt. Do you have anything to say, Prosecutor Blackwell?
Evidence is everything in court. Therefore, Fulbright's claims stand firm.
But...
Calm down, Apollo. He's just saying that because he has to be the prosecutor.
Mr. Lawyer, our job is to pursue criminals in the name of justice. You shouldn't cast suspicion on people based on something as dubious as a habit. In fact, you have a bad habit of showing up in court with an awful case of bedhead.
Wow.
Says the man who wears sunglasses at night.
It's not night.
If it's proof you want, it's proof you'll get.
That's also a cool thing, Apollo. It's like a cool thing. It's a historically like a cool guy thing.
How can you see anything with sunglasses when it's dark?
Uh-huh.
I'll prove that this ladder is not Miss Sax's, but yours.
Sounds like you've hit on something, Apollo. Do you want to be the protagonist or something, please?
It's just, if the prints on the ladder are the basis for accusing Athena, I think we should reconsider the credibility of the evidence itself.
You mean you think this letter might be forged evidence? Hey, Phoenix. Hey, Phoenix. Hey, Phoenix. Hey, Phoenix. Hey, Phoenix. Duh.
Congratulations, you got there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Where have you been?
All people should have gotten here faster, dude.
That's right.
That
It could
was-
all be part of Fulbright's bigger plot.
That was part of the whole revelation of it being Fulbright.
Did he do anything out of the ordinary while I was off on my own?
Yeah, he does everything out of the ordinary. I can definitely think of a few things.
It is indeed. Have a look at this.
What's this? A lighter.
Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge.
Ah, yes. I just happen to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case.
Including Athena and Apollo. We make a note of that.
I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Consider it a gift.
If we assume he's been laying a big trap for us all along, there's
Big
gotta
trap.
be something off about this piece of evidence. What's wrong with the lighter as a piece of evidence?
First a big leap, now a big trap.
No, I guess I don't see anything strange about how the prints were left on. Fuck off, Phoenix. Nothing unusual about the angle of the prints or how they were patchy in places, but there's gotta be something off about this piece of evidence. What's wrong with the lighter as a piece of evidence? There's Athena, I guess. Are they really Athena's fingerprint? Oh, I guess, like, he's the only one saying that it was Athena. They definitely matched her print data. Oh, that he swapped her print data to... I see. I understand. But what about the data itself? Detective Fulbright, you were the one who provided us with the lighter and the print data. Isn't that correct?
Yes. What about it?
You say Miss Sykes' prints matched the print data. But I have to wonder. Was the data you used official?
Mr. Wright, are you suggesting that the evidence might have been fabricated?
I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's re-examine the prints. Using the official sanctioned print data of the people involved in this case.
What? You dare insult the epitome of justice and integrity?
Or just throw it out entirely and get them again right now. Like, everyone is here, right? So let's just do it here.
Athena is here. Just get her
Athena
prints.
is here. Fulbright is here. Blackwell is here. Both of them are here. Like,
There's no need for such antics.
Your Honor, I lend my voice to the defense's request. You must allow the test to be rerun.
Very well then. Bailiff?
I fucking hate having to do fingerprints. I have to do them by my... You know we don't have a computer for this? I have to look at them myself.
Ah, it appears that the official data is here.
Yeah, it sucks.
and the results?
It's just as the defense claims. This proves that the prints on the lighter do not belong to the defendant.
Yeah!
Yes!
The fingerprints actually belong to the victim, Mr. Clay Terran.
Okay,
He
well,
did it.
Yeah, wait a second.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Those were Clay's fingerprints on the ladder?
Ah, I see. Come to think of it, wasn't it you, Fulbright, who collected the victim's prints?
Oh, the original plan was to be like Clay attacked Starbucks, Starbucks stabbed him. And so he put Clay's prints on he took off the glove so he can put Clay's prints on the thing.
I personally removed his glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all.
When you took the deceased's fingerprints, you could have easily planted his prints on a lighter with his blood. After which, you wiped the blood off of his hand.
By your own admission, you were also the one who compiled the phony print data. All to put the blame on Miss Sykes.
This is poppycock.
This ploy must have been to distract us from the Phantom who is behind everything. You were out to create the impression that the Phantom wasn't the true culprit.
So does this mean Detective Fulbright really is the Phantom?
Remember the killer's escape route. Whee! No ordinary person would have been fearless enough to attempt it. But the Phantom, the man with no emotions, could have done it.
Yeah,
Detective
that's
Fulbright,
rude.
you were the only one who could have used that escape route.
I.
Fulbright, are you really the Phantom?
Yeah.
Really going for it, huh?
Yeah.
Answer me, or so help me I will slash you to tiny slivers where you stand.
All right, I'll talk.
This is not the music for someone breaking down, so this is just him delaying again.
I confess.
I did a sick stunt, but that's all I'll confess to.
I'm not the Phantom.
Silence.
It's all over. Now be a man and admit it already.
But I'm not a
Admit
spy. I'm an undercover investigator. I've actually been after the Phantom myself.
Are you saying that you were an undercover cop posing as a cop? Mm-hmm.
And under the cover investigator? That sounds less than wholesome to me.
Your Honor!
This man works in a courthouse.
James Udgy?
Person who hides his identity and secretly investigates in order to uncover information.
Gilliam.
And that's what you really are, Fulbright.
That's right. I was working to track down the Phantom. But sadly,
No, it's not. It's this man. It's this motherfucker. It ain't Clay.
even though I was supposed to catch the spy ended up catching me.
He is trying to say that Clay was the spy, and he's covering up that he heroically murdered him.
He took my family hostage and forced me to cooperate with him.
Hey, so remember when Edgeworth left to go look into his background? What family?
What?
What? You're telling us this now? But if what you say is true, then who was the mystery person Miss Blackwell and Miss Starbuck saw?
It was the Phantom, I tell you! All I did was help him by having that emergency ladder lowered for him.
I can't believe you. Oh, that's Apollo.
I don't believe you. And how do you explain the fabricated ladder? That was also one of the Phantom's demands. Being the detective in charge of the case, it was easy for me to fabricate evidence. Pinning the crime on Athena Sykes was just another one of the Phantom's orders. And you expect me to buy that?
Is it working?
How much that guy?
Got me so bad.
He got you real bad.
Is it working? Really quietly in the background while Simon starts to talk. Fulbright, what was the Phantom's ultimate objective?
I was told it was to sabotage the rocket launch. Someone who didn't want the launch to happen must have given him the order. Actually, I have to apologize to you two. The Phantom told me to get close to you. He ordered me to get back the psych profile you have on him.
So he sent a buzzard of his own to tail me this past year, did he?
I haven't been a champion of justice. I've just been a pawn of evil. A pawn of the Phantom who stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Sykes 7 years ago.
Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity.
I don't know. He was very careful to hide it. He has top secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries.
He's red-white.
So there's a number of organizations that want him dead. If people believed that I was the Phantom, I could be killed on the spot. Why, I bet even now, there are assassins lurking nearby. This case is about the Phantom, after all.
With the ceiling blown off, I suppose you are vulnerable to a sniper's shot in this courtroom.
Good. Just 2 seconds ago, Fulbright was threatening Athena like a criminal. Treating Athena like a criminal. Does he really think he's going to lie his way out of it now?
But on the surface, everything does seem to make sense. This could be bad, Mr. Wright, if we can't find a flaw in his logic.
He's right. After we've come all this way, we can't let Fulbright wriggle free now.
There, I finally told the truth. Now I hope you see how foolish it was to think I was the Phantom.
Why did it do that? Oh, no, I don't like it.
You're an intelligent man, Prosecutor Blackwell. You believe me, right?
Why would you drop the facade right when you were getting somewhere?
I believe you. I don't think you're the Phantom.
He doesn't believe it because his eyes are closed. Or he does believe it because his eyes are closed and he's not looking at the fucking man who just changed. What?
Don't you see he got a new sprite?
How can you say that, Prosecutor Blackwell? It's obvious he's the Phantom.
Silence.
Evidence is everything, right, Dono? And you must admit there's no clear evidence that Fulbright is the Phantom.
Ugh.
Yes, as I recall, the only solid proof that we've seen up to this point is the fact that Detective Fulbright fabricated evidence.
But...
I've known Fulbright here for a year now. And all this time, he's been quite intent on rehabilitating me. I don't believe his efforts were a lie.
Prosecutor Blackwell!
This fool truly thought he could reform a death row inmate like me. He went so out of his way in his efforts for me, he actually became quite a nuisance, really.
No, Prosecutor Blackwell, you believe me.
Please tell me Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't really been taken by this big phony.
However, if it was against your will, even if it was against your will, you still acted as the Phantom's accomplice. You will have to pay the price for that.
Death.
Throw yourself at my mercy and don't you ever betray me again. Have you got that?
No.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Such a bond of trust is a rare and beautiful thing. In any case, it looks like everything has been resolved.
No, it hasn't!
I can now hand down a not guilty verdict with confidence.
Oh my god.
Very good. I'm very glad to hear it.
As lawyers, that's what we want,
It's all over. Everything's been cleared up and Miss Sykes will go free as well.
Mr. Rat, we can't let the trial end here. If we do, the Phantom, the man who killed Clay, will get away.
I know!
Fulbright, why do you stop laughing whenever Apollo starts talking?
I know, but
I had to hear over my laughing. I want to hear what he's saying.
what do I do? I don't have any proof that Detective Fulbright is the Phantom. Is this it? Is he gonna get away just like that?
No, if you'll excuse me, my next investigation. Oh, wait.
No, wait, hold on. You did admit to being an accomplice. You are in super prison.
Next investigation.
You're in
Oh,
jail.
wait.
And face-
And with
He's Attorney
that,
Investigations 3, baby.
I'm off.
Fulbright's Folly.
the inside of a jail cell.
Prison investigator.
Someone's holding it. Probably Athena. Yeah.
Hold it!
The defense? No, wait. Not the defense. The defendant feels like it's not time for a verdict yet. And would like to see the trial continue.
Yeah, I think that's the first time ever. We've done this gambit before where we have like pushed the trial to keep going. But I really love the idea of a defendant being like, actually, I might have still done it.
Actually, I think you should try harder.
Nani the fuck? But I was about to declare you innocent of all charges.
Nani the fuck?
Just doesn't feel right to be standing here. Hey, Apollo! Think you could scooch over?
All three of them are gonna be there. Just get rid of Phoenix.
Ah.
Athena, what the fuck are you doing? I hope we don't
Great
get
shot.
held in contempt of court.
I do love this.
Just
two of them.
please, just get rid of Phoenix. He doesn't need to be
He
here.
must be here.
This
It's
is
his
the-
game.
this
His
is the-
name's in the title. Look at it.
It's the Apollo Justice trilogy.
It's the Phoenix Wright trilogy.
Apollo
Two.
Justice Trilogy. Phoenix and Athena are here too.
It's the Apollo Justice scratched out Phoenix Wright trilogy too. Just like it's the culmination of Athena and Apollo's story. Phoenix has nothing to fucking do with this. His daughter has been freed from captivity.
But
She's
he's
running
the
free in the
defense
He's
attorney.
running free in the streets now.
We actually have to go catch her.
Phoenix, look at your daughter. She's doing magic on the street corners.
Mr. Hat is harassing people to buy watches.
She
I have
sold
some-
like 6 of them.
She's at such a price. She can afford that rent for a year. I have some questions for you, Detective Fulbright. Are you relieved that you're no longer under suspicion of being the Phantom? Are you grateful to Prosecutor Blackful for what he's done for you? 'Cause I'm not feeling it.
Are you grateful? You should be grateful.
You should be sucking him off right now.
Big Mean Girl vibes come out of these lines.
I bet you wouldn't kiss him for it.
Of course I am. And I'm truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. I have that.
Prove it.
I'm an empath and no, you're not.
Athena, what the fuck are you doing?
I have a
yet to hear
heart.
a single emotion behind any of Detective Fulbright's words, boss.
God, this is just one of those times. I think every game should have the same system as the Switch, where you can zoom in as much as you want. And
You want to just zoom slowly in on Apollo's face?
Yes.
The
told
suspicion
you
against
that
him
with
has
your
been
stream?
cleared up, but he's not feeling happy at all.
Alex, could you still potentially do that with your stream? I don't know, like
I would have to like
go windowed or whatever.
If you duplicated it, it would probably like make it easier to reset.
I can just right click and reset it.
I do like looking at your stream and see you like inch closer.
Eh.
I have to tell him to leave. How big can I get this?
Probably pretty big. Fill the whole screen.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
There we
go.
go.
It's like the pan back and forth. Like this is actually Phoenix's POV, right? He's like, can we start on Athena and then like slowly go look over?
Yeah, Athena, you've got it. You're doing so well. I'm so proud to have you as my
Yeah, I'm doing
apprentice.
great.
And you're my new best friend, and I will be such a good mentor to you. And I would even tell you if I knew who your mother was, and I would tell you if you had a sibling.
That's really oddly specific, boss.
Hey, Apollo, what's up?
So good. Good.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Does that
We may
mean?
not have any evidence, but the heart doesn't lie.
What heart?
Psychology time!
That's it! With your special ability, we might just be able to stop him!
Double special ability.
Your
Whoa!
Honor, the detective has been deeply traumatized by our accusations.
Ha ha! He needs therapy!
He needs instant, immediate therapy.
Okay, I wanted to make our group chat the name Who Up Therapizing They Phantom, but I didn't want to like spoil. Like I didn't want. I obviously this was gonna happen, but yes. Well, Even before all this, I thought he was a rather odd fellow.
If he doesn't get counseling right away, who knows what might happen to him?
Prosecutor Blackwell, can you believe the nonsense the defense is spouting?
Sorry, I didn't pick up when I tried the
Yeah,
first
I'm
time.
sure, yeah.
I was trying to. I also was laughing really hard before, and it didn't get. I didn't get almost any of it. Fulbright, I think you'd better have that counseling.
Did you like my line delivery?
I felt like that gif of like that black kid who's like looking at the camera and then looks back and then looks. You know what I'm talking about? I put it in the Ace Attorney chat. That's how I felt.
Not you, too. Oh, yes, that one. Okay, yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. They're just
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, this is fine. He's fine. He's normal.
You've been making batty remarks ever since you were accused of being the Phantom. Such as, you're an undercover investigator and your family has been taken hostage.
No, you're not, and you don't have any.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I fear you might have finally lost it.
But I thought you believed me.
Silence.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, how you amuse me so. Fulbright starts crying.
What's going on here?
That was an excellent bit of psychological manipulation just now, Simon.
Jesus.
I knew you would catch on, Athena.
Huh? Mind filling me in here?
Guess we left you in the dust, huh, Mr. Wright? Simon's only pretending to believe Detective Fulbright. Because he knew I'd notice if there was a lack of emotions, like joy or relief in his response.
Wow.
So he gave me the chance to take a listen. And listen I did to the voice of Detective Fulbright's heart.
What? You two were working together? It's almost
That's
like
illegal.
it's almost like you have intertwined experiences.
Why did you say it like that?
Come now, Athena. Show us what's inside Fulbright's heart.
I mean, I don't have a. I do have the.
Experiences.
I do have the knife, in our thing, but I think that might get a little bit messy.
You've got it. Time to check the instant replay. Widget, Momo me, let's do this.
Like, twin
Moan
fates.
Amy.
Moan Amy.
that's a drag queen name.
That's Italian.
Oh, this is fucked up, man.
Thank you for believing in me, Prosecutor Blackwell. I'm an undercover investigator, but the
Ugh.
Phantom was coercing me. He stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Sykes 7 years ago. I'm a bad person for cooperating with such a man, but he took my family hostage. What else can I do?
They effectively made that like pretty unsettling. Though, like we got the victory music player or whatever, but like nothing's moving. It's kind of fucked up.
They
man.
really should have like changed the music, you know? Even with his all
Or like stop the music, like no
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
That would have
Yeah.
been.
I think so. I agree.
Even
It would have
with
been better.
all his over-the-top expression and gestures, he's registering no emotion at all.
Just like I thought. And right in line with the Phantom Psych profile.
Again, none of this is evidence or admissible in court, but sure, he's gonna break anyway. Oh, I fucking hate this. Oh, don't look at me. Look,
He's judging you for being gay right now.
this is a drag queen look.
Yeah.
The eyebrow.
This is Moan Amy.
This is Moan Amy. What did
It's
he
a
got there,
Fulbright.
Fulbright?
Was he about to shoot Athena?
I don't know. He had something on his wrist.
This lack of emotion proves you're the Phantom.
Oh my God.
Hey, what's going on?
He's hacking
Running
you.
interference.
He's hacking you. Wait, hold it. What the fuck are you doing, detective?
Me? I'm not doing anything.
He's trying to hack into the Moon Matrix program. Can't do anything with it like this.
I don't think we need to do anything anymore. What would we get from that?
Ah!
Fancy device you have there, but I'll tolerate no cheating, thank you.
We gotta have some ground rules here. None of this. Well, he didn't need to do that. None of this is evidence.
Sorry about that. As an undercover agent, I tend to use my secret arsenal without even thinking.
More like as a spy.
Thanks, Prosecutor Blackwell. There. Now that you can't hack me anymore, I dare you to try to hide your lack of emotions from us.
Has he been hacking her this entire time, and that's why she's been like not realizing he hasn't had any emotion this whole time?
Lack of emotion? What are you talking about? Of course I have feelings.
He just has part of his secret spy gear is he's got jets in his sunglasses so he can do this. Jets of water.
As a matter of fact, you wounded me very deeply with all that accusation.
What's going on? All of a sudden, I'm getting overwhelmingly happy breeding.
Huh? But he's literally crying us a river over there.
It's probably from Blackwell realizing that he got it.
Oops.
Wow.
My mistake. How about this? Ah!
This is so unserious.
Nice. Now he's angry all of a sudden?
What's he trying to pull?
Like as not. What? What? Like as not, it would appear our friend is not completely without emotion. Just as it says in Dr. Sykes' profile of the Phantom. The subject has a unique psychological makeup with almost no emotional fluctuation.
Oh, I get it. So he has some emotions, right?
Precisely. Which leads me to wonder why you can't sense any emotion from him at all. I believe it's most likely because he is controlling his emotions.
Very good, Prosecutor Blackwell. You are correct. It's the result of my daily training. It's a very important skill for us undercover investigators, you know.
More like
He grew
for
up-
us spies.
He
Seriously.
grew up in Menzo Baranzan.
But I wonder why he suddenly showed several strong emotions. Wait a minute. I think I know. I sense there's a feeling you're trying to hide with your exaggerated emotions, detective.
Fear?
Feeling I'm trying to hide. That's a good one.
Loathing.
You're the ones
Unadulterated
who've been
loathing.
saying I'm the Phantom because I don't have any emotions.
For our face, our voice, our clothing.
I was just trying to show you the range of deep emotions I truly possess.
I'm fucking yawning.
And you have no objections to me analyzing you, right?
Why'd you say it like that, Athena?
No. Analyze away.
Thank you, Izzy.
But I will state it again. I am not the Phantom.
He is specifically adulterating his loathing.
Yeah. Jody's
And
right.
be forewarned, your analysis will have no effect.
Extremely adulterated. That's true.
Because you're about to see what an undercover agent can really do.
Because he has the remote detonate switch.
Me, the Phantom? No way!
Oh, it's all fucked up. How do you even read this?
Oh, I'm so sad. See? I told you I have emotions.
The one that I think has been coming up the most
It's
is
fear.
that fear, yeah.
How dare you accuse me of being someone who would kill you over a moon
The
rock?
only one that's sticking around here.
I do regret cooperating with the Phantom, of course. But I'm so glad this whole misunderstanding is cleared up
Yeah,
now.
I think it's the one where the
Yeah.
sadness remains.
Yeah. I wish that was hidden a little bit better. Because it's not very hidden. I think if it was like going at the same rhythm but always going, that it would have been less obvious. I found it. I found the one emotion you're truly feeling.
He's really feeling
What?
it.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Fulbright?
I'm really feeling it.
Hidden in the middle of that chaotic storm, I saw one emotion that never disappeared. This should be Athena saying this. Phoenix should fucking get out of here. When you talked about the moon rock, you felt a fear that wouldn't fade. A fiery fear. A fear that fears fear.
Fear, huh?
Good try, Phoenix.
A fear that a man with hardly any emotions feels, huh?
And it was a response to the moon rock.
Because we found it.
Because he doesn't have it.
He doesn't have it. Detective Fulbright, I presume you feel fear concerning the moon rock because you lost it, you fucking doofus. You lost the precious moon rock you went so much trouble to get, didn't you? And the frustration has turned into fear in your heart. He's afraid of rocks.
Oh, it's so frustrating. I can't stand it.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
I'm not so
I guess it's
sure a
able
man
to
who could
feel it, not
make
lost it.
that 20-foot leap would feel fear about that.
I guess you're right. Didn't the topic of the spy might come up in our discussion earlier? Detective Fulbright.
Failure?
Failure. Yeah, whatever. You fucked it. You tried, but failed, to steal the moon rock. That stain on your career as a spy has left you feeling afraid.
But the moon rock did indeed disappear from the laboratory.
And I hardly think a person who feels so little would feel fear
Okay.
over a thing like that.
Don't everyone jump on the Phoenix hype train all at once now. Didn't the topic of this with the spy? Fuck off.
That was like a month
That was
ago.
right.
Identity being revealed.
Whatever. Of course. That's it. What, like, these are all the same thing, right? He lost it because he didn't, but like, it's all, like, I'm glad they didn't penalize me because I would have been pissed because they're the exact same. You can argue any of those is the answer because it all leads to the same exact thing. He fucked it, he kept fucking it, and now his identity is being revealed, or he fucked it and he failed, and it's just. Anyway.
Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity.
I don't know. He was very careful to hide it. He has top secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries.
Oh, okay.
There's a number of organizations that want him dead.
I just thought he was fucking around. I didn't think I truly thought, like,
People believed I was the Phantom.
This is some fucking Matt on guard shit. Is falling to pieces because someone threatened your life. Well, dude, you decide to fall into this career.
I could be killed on the spot. Why, I bet even now. There are assassins lurking nearby. This case is about the Phantom, after all.
Yeah, how dare this man feel fear for his life being in danger? That's
You're so right.
stupid.
You shouldn't.
I genuinely, like, that's his job. Is for his life to be threatened constantly. Like, I don't know, like, his identity, like, it just doesn't feel like the number one thing he should be concerned about. I feel like he should be more concerned about getting the fucking job done. Detective Fulbright, I think I know.
He was a professional, not a plebeian.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he.
I mean,
I thought he was Shelly. I thought he was Shelly the killer, not Matt on guard.
I think the overarching theme here is this is a man who nobody has ever come close to figuring out who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And so if nobody has ever known who the Phantom was, he didn't need to worry about people killing him because he was the Phantom.
I guess it just doesn't feel like if he's not, like, it's specifically people killing him, right? Because he's not afraid of dying. We know that. So that is so baffling to me. Because if he was afraid of dying, he wouldn't have taken that leap. Detective Fulbright, I think I know why you would feel afraid. You're afraid that the moon rock will somehow reveal your identity. I'm gonna snooze that. Fuck that.
If his identity were revealed, he would be killed immediately.
Instant death.
Instantaneous death.
But it's certainly enough to make even the Phantom feel afraid.
Me? Afraid? I don't know what you're talking about.
So there really is something about the moon rock that would reveal his identity.
Apparently so. Wait a minute. Maybe the Phantom didn't so much steal the moon rock, but more like he had to take it with him. Because there was something on that would reveal his true identity. His fingerprints? Bye! Where do you think you're going? I just wanted some uppies.
Me? I'm not going anywhere.
I just wanted to go uppies.
I'm just showing you that I could, if I wanted to.
Is it just me, or was he trying to use that weird watch thing to try to get away?
Why did no one search him? How many more of those toys does he have? And where can I get one myself? Detective Fulbright, you will answer honestly to this court right now. Why do you feel fear in connection with the moon rock?
In justice we trust, not emotions, Mr. Lawyer. Evidence is everything. I'm the Phantom because I'm afraid? Don't make me laugh.
Okay, Spider-Man. Yeah! What was that just now?
But all human beings have hearts and experience emotions. Sometimes analyzing a case from the psychological perspective is the best way to find the truth.
It's all just a waste of time. All your efforts at analysis serve no purpose. And now, in this dark age of the law, nobody would believe your claim that it's effective. In an era when evidence is fabricated, do you truly expect feelings to be accepted as proof?
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying.
Where exactly is your proof that I fear the moon rock, anyway?
Where's your proof that I fear the moon?
Well, I admit, I don't have any conventional proof. I still say that examining a person's heart has merits.
Oh, really? And why don't you listen carefully with those special ears of yours?
I'm not wearing any socks.
Listen to the voices of the hearts of the people in the gallery.
She's gonna need those headphones again if you open her up to that.
I would be down for that design change in the next game. All I hear is distrust.
As you can see, people are on my side. Because all they see is a strange little girl using a weird little machine.
That's true. That's not incorrect.
But it's not like I use analytical psychology to falsely accuse people.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Instead of thinking of doubting herself. Miss Sykes' analytical psychology has breathed a new life into the courtroom. Not the bracelet thing. Fuck the bracelet thing. It has freed the hearts of many witnesses and it has been key in getting to the truth.
What nonsense. Your Honor, the defense's claim is a false one. I don't feel any kind of fear when it comes to the moon rock.
Catch, it's the moon rock, and he hides.
I see.
Okay, this ad can happen, because I only have 3 snoozes. I fucking hate these ads!
Very well. I will give the opinion of this court.
I hate them so much.
In a trial, I don't feel that a person's emotions are quite as compelling as actual evidence is.
But Your Honor.
There. You see? Nobody believes you in your trumped up charges.
Wait, the trumped up charges? What?
However, I do believe Ms. Sykes' analyses can contribute to making the truth clear.
That reminds me.
I have seen her do this firsthand several times already.
Wow, the judge has a vote of confidence in somebody.
The judge has memory?
Damn. Surely you jest.
Actually, Athena's been my granddaughter this entire time. I didn't want to say anything because it's a conflict of interest, but I do actually trust her judgment.
And don't call me Shirley.
So does this mean you will accept my findings in this trial, Your Honor?
Yes, I believe your claim, Ms. Sykes. I think there is merit in examining why the witness feels fear in regard to the moon rock. That is the court's opinion on this matter.
God damn, I can't wait for that to
And
be
that's a
overturned.
win
in the
for
Supreme
me.
Court.
No, a win for analytical psychology.
Yeah, no, this man is getting away with it.
This is a man who is getting away.
This is all he needs to do is one appeal.
Now, Mr. Phantom, you will tell this court the reason for your fear.
Analytical psychology? My fears? Fine. I'll show you precisely why those abstract things can't be considered evidence.
My fear of the moon rock.
I felt fear when I thought about the moon rock because it reminded me of the Phantom. Yes, I'm very afraid of him because he took my family hostage. What reason would the Phantom have to be afraid of the moon rock? None at all! So the very fact that I'm afraid of the moon rock means I'm not him. In fact, I'm on the side of justice!
Mm-hmm.
And there you have it. Now do you see why I'm afraid of the moon rock?
I need gamer juice. He's making me sleepy.
His lack of emotion.
Nah, I just
bored.
like this.
You're boring me.
Yeah, like okay, like we're gonna show him the fucking thingy and it has the rock in it. Woo!
Let's go to the bathroom.
Alrighty then.
Gamer juice received. His reveal was just very cool. I just feel like this is dragging. This feels like it's dragging on.
Yeah. Miles went to bathroom.
Oh, okay. Wait. I think it's like it's both because I'm a step ahead of the game and because this franchise has done a lot to make me stretch my imagination.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that they have always been consistent on is you need actual fucking evidence.
Yeah.
And everyone harps on that. So the fact that the game is actually just like, actually this time, you don't need evidence.
Actually, we're going to the future where evidence isn't necessary.
Where fucking
Everybody sucks.
the most wishy-washy interpretive bullshit is now the lay of the land. Now it is the dark age of the law.
Right.
Sure, you sound convincing enough. But so does any 2-bit con artist. It's all meaningless in the absence of evidence.
It's also like really these animations, both of them. It's just so unclear what they're doing that it's just like.
Well, he's got like some sort of like.
Yeah, he's like doing a grab.
He's just.
It's like one of those sticky hands. He's just like
He's like
reaching out and smacking them. Like
I think it's the tiny grappling hook.
Yeah, it's a tiny grappling hook, just reaching out and like smacking him, just giving him a little pinch, which is just so weird and not
reaching out and grabbing them.
Yeah.
The Phantom is like the mist. No flesh, no bones. My sword alone cannot cut it, right, Dunno?
Oh.
I love that animation. I don't know why, but the turning around animation is so good.
Mm-hmm.
With the deductive reasoning and the body of evidence before us. Let us send this miserable phantom fellow to the other world together.
Yeah, sure. You and I, Prosecutor Blackwell, just me and you. The two people that have a connection.
The two main characters of this game.
We have such a connection, me and you. We have a duty to bring the Phantom down and restore the people's faith in the courts! I guess because it was Phoenix's case that did it, but then also his case. Right, so they just really haven't spent a lot of time talking about Phoenix's feelings about that.
Yeah.
He doesn't remember them. They can't, and he doesn't remember them.
Yeah, he doesn't remember them.
I'm fascinated by the dynamic between Phoenix and Blackwell, and there's like the game doesn't do anything with it. It's
exactly. Like, there's so many dynamics that I wish they would touch, like that they briefly.
That
bring
is
up.
why this is, in terms of like fandoms that are just begging for a good fanfiction community. Ace Attorney is one of the best I've ever come across because of the number of characters of like, oh shit, you guys should like have a conversation.
Like fucking,
you guys should have a storyline.
Starbuck
together.
extremely briefly being like, "Hey, I am to Clay what you are to Apollo. Ain't that neat?" And then they like don't. They touch it one other time. No, Starbuck.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Phoenix,
Starbuck's like Clay was my mentee and Apollo's yours. And it's like, well, Apollo's not here, and so we can't really get a dynamic here. It's just, anyway.
Yeah.
Indeed, by covering for Athena, I allowed the Phantom to escape. And as a prosecutor, I gave birth to the people's mistrust with my murder conviction.
Also,
you gave birth?
That's a weird choice of words, but I stand by it.
Also, I'm gonna say this because I'm Phoenix, right? But I don't agree with this. It wasn't his fault. I bear part of the responsibility as well. It wasn't your fault. A guy fucking framed you for being suspected of forging evidence and losing my attorney's badge under assault. It's my fault that I was suspected. What the fuck?
My fault that somebody came after me.
I beat a
specifically and
guy
hurt
in
me.
chess, and he ruined my life.
I shouldn't have played chess. Haven't done it since that day.
Or it was poker, whatever the fuck. The two,
Never played chess. Always lose.
the two of us and the Phantom were there at the beginning of the dark age of the law.
And it is also our burden to cut away the foul spectre we created, is it not? Until all that remains is the righteousness of the court and the faith of the people.
Trust, understanding, fragile ideals of the masses who are controlled by emotion. Humans can't truly trust each other, which is exactly why the illusion of trust is so enticing.
The illusions, Michael.
Your Honor, can I enter into court everything he's saying?
Once two people overcome their misgivings, that's where real trust is to be found. You're free to believe what you want, but trust like that is stronger than you and your lies anyway! What is happening? I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what Phoenix is saying at all in the slightest. Okay, let's press this shit.
Hold it!
I only reminded you of the Phantom! Don't make me laugh, you are this Phantom!
Evidence is everything in a court of law. Or did you forget?
The judge already believes us, he'll find you guilty, I don't care.
I was forced to testify over a silly thing like feelings. But those tactics won't work from here on out. You
We
need
can
real
ask someone
evidence.
to testify. Like that's not like a thing we need. Like we can request testimony, like
Yeah,
for suspicion of stuff.
I hate to admit it, but he's right. We don't need testimony. Okay, is he just gonna be like, you need evidence every single time?
Hold it!
Probably.
Your family? Like, who in your family, specifically?
I don't know. Like, maybe my lover, for example?
No, he's behind the prosecutor's bench.
Another
For
very,
example,
very popular.
Maybe? We need a more concrete answer than that.
I mean, this is
They're called Blackbright, which is kind of a great name, actually.
it's very toxic yaoi.
Oh, 100%.
I get it.
Or maybe my mother? My son? Or my daughter? Maybe it was all of them.
I don't remember.
I'm so sad and worried. I miss them so much.
Your Honor?
He's obviously lying. Look how upset I am. Is it any wonder I followed the Phantom's orders?
Did you know that perjury is a serious offense?
You know that we could arrest you for perjury.
Did you know we could arrest you for perjury?
Perjury?
Your badge away
Yeah.
for perjury.
Should we tickle him? Yes,
Mm-mm.
he'll cry. I can't think of a single reason that the Phantom might be afraid of the Rock.
You can't.
You can't. Can't you?
I thought the Phantom wasn't even supposed to have any feelings. How can someone like me, with my wealth of emotions, be expected to understand the guy?
The Phantom, a person with very few emotions, would only be afraid of something really big. Like the moon. Like his cover getting blown big. I just realized Phoenix also has one of those weird outlines that isn't right.
Like the moon.
Like his tie. Like you can see the shirt through his tie under
mhm.
outline. I'm willing to bet that the moon rock has something to do with his identity, but what?
Maybe the Phantom's fingerprints are on the rock?
I just... He's thinking so hard. He's thinking.
He's trying to pull them out of his head.
He's trying to bring those thoughts forward. And he wants them so desperately to happen. He can't. It's so difficult for him. He has none.
All he can think about is how he really wishes he knew who his mom was. If only we had some way to help him.
The fingerprints can be wiped off.
Then maybe he wanted the rock so bad he literally drooled on it and left his DNA.
We're dealing with a spy here, Athena, not a slob.
True. But maybe the DNA part isn't too far off.
He shoved it up his butt to get it out.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He had to hide the rock and take it with him somehow. Something unexpected happened to him during the incident 7 years ago. Oh yeah, he got stabbed.
He got shot.
He got
Yeah,
stabbed.
he
His blood was all. He bled on it.
Okay.
Yeah, he bled on it. Is the thing about it is he did bleed on it.
He did bleed a lot.
Bleed it, bleed it, bleed it. I just know I have something that can show why the Phantom is afraid of the moon rock.
I'll just continue with my testimony while you're pondering then, if you don't mind.
I guess this is that. Yeah, they're just saying it's like, hey, this is the place you need to do it. Do we have? Yes.
Objection!
Bazinga.
It stabbed you.
Detective Fulbright, I assume you know what this is. A knife!
Of course! That's the knife the Phantom used to kill Clay Tarrant!
Yeah, that's right. And the exact same type of knife. Miss Sykes used 7 years ago when she stabbed the Phantom's hand. Is the mask's mouth slightly open, actually? Or
I think
is
it's
it...
just shadow.
Yeah, okay. It just kind of looks like he has a little bit of, like, maybe prosciutto. No, not prosciutto.
What?
That is, yeah, I don't think that's what you mean.
just like a bit of pepperoni, like a big piece of pepperoni, just kind of in between the lips there.
What?
Like a full slice, like
Yeah.
like he's got like a disc, like he's got a.
I say what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but also you're crazy.
I do not see
Yes.
that. What?
You're crazy. Is
Alex
the long and the
sees,
short of
so
it?
if you look at the bottom line of his upper lip, it's kind of almost a perfect circle. To Alex, it looks like there's a disc of meat in his mouth, like a 4-inch wide disc of pepperoni,
Yes.
like
in
a
between.
flea slot in his mouth. That's what Alex is saying.
Yes. In
Like
between.
a freak.
Like he's
Like a freak.
like it's pretty big. Like pepperoni slices are not that wide, but like I just imagining him like slowly pushing it out of the mouth in the mask.
Fuck
I
are
mean,
you? What?
personally, with the coloration and the shape, I would have gone for a hockey puck first or something of that sort.
I just think it's
like an
I
air
just
hockey
think it's a shadow. Please continue. What's wrong with you?
That's why Athena is truly traumatized. He just dropped a piece of pepperoni out of his mouth at her.
Yes, that was discussed earlier, as I recall.
Yeah, my love for pepperoni.
Yeah, we talked about this.
He dodged at first, so I only got as close. But I tried again.
And this time you got him, didn't you?
I did. I remember it clearly now. The knife went into the back of his hand.
I wish I had killed him.
I wish I had been a better shot.
As an 11-year-old, Miss Sykes then stated that she remembers the culprit bleeding.
Could have gone a bit higher or a bit lower, but no,
Get him in
just
the
his
nards.
hand.
It's my theory that the culprit's blood got on the moon rock. It would be really funny if he was like, yeah, my son got captured, and the evidence that we have is that he got stabbed in the nards, so he couldn't have a son.
Yep.
No, my 8-year-old son.
And he was afraid way that if the blood was analyzed, his true identity would be revealed. That explains why the Phantom had to remove the moon rock from the crime scene.
You mean if we ran the analysis now, we'd know who the Phantom is?
Yes, I suppose so.
Hey, does the jacket have blood on it?
But unfortunately, the moon rock in question is missing.
That may be so, but I'm certain I can explain what happened.
You can?
Of course. Not.
Lol.
Oh, so random.
You don't actually expect us to believe that, do you? Because you don't fool me.
I know where it is. Ah! What this court needs is a bully-free zone. Don't bully me, I'll come.
Ah, the infamous sword of the beguiling bluff. Its edge is without compare. Come now, ready it with me, and show us just how
No.
finely it cuts.
No. Your Honor, this is an outrage!
What are you knowing about?
No.
all
Oh,
it's got
I
left.
mean, this is an outrage!
It edges without compare. I completely missed that one.
I was just thinking about, yeah, but Black Hole, you would know about edginess, wouldn't you?
edging.
Yeah!
I was not thinking about the other thing.
You would know about edging.
I was mad because he said come now, but...
Yeah, it's super fair. I don't blame
Come
you.
now. It edges like nothing else.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Go on, right, Dunno.
No, I shouldn't. Let's start with something that's been bothering me for a while. The culprit is supposed to remove the rock from the lab. But in this video of him, it's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, you're right.
But here's something to consider. What if the Phantom hid the moon rock somewhere at the scene of the crime?
Good thinking, boss.
Good thinking, boss.
Good thinking, boss. He was super tight of Space Santa back then.
He put it in the capsule. The capsule went to space. And we thought he was done with it. Because it had gone
But
to
then
space.
it came back.
But then the Hope probe sent it back. So we had to get it again. Oh my god.
Oh.
You want to still PM, Levi?
Right. All that, in spite of the Space Center having very strict security in those days.
So the Hope capsule didn't come back with moon rocks. It just had there's no multiple moon. It was one moon rock. There has never been two moon rocks.
All personal effects were examined thoroughly, coming or going.
It was the same moon rock.
You couldn't even smuggle a withered old leaf through those checkpoints.
A leaf, you say?
Does this mean the moon rock is still somewhere in the Space Center?
No, it's in evidence. But that's
In the name of justice, I proclaim that's impossible!
And why is that?
The Space Center was searched from top to bottom. And especially the lab. But the moon rock was never found.
Just realizing, is his shirt like the same color red as Diego's shirt?
Maybe.
I think Diego's shirts are darker. Like
Okay.
a darker, like a more
it was more
maroony
like a
than,
maroony, yeah.
Okay, good. Because how dare you stand where he
A
stood?
deep, like a wine red.
Yeah. How could I forgot about that?
His
It's a
is
blood red.
specifically American flag.
A sad but true fact. We still haven't a grasp on how it was done.
So are they saying that he's an American agent? Like who was infiltrating Japan's space program?
Well, we're in Japanifornia.
I know, but I'm
Maybe the
try-
original.
His
The original.
design, yeah.
Huh.
But the
His-
Phantom made the moon rocks.
Possible.
But the Phantom made the moon rock vanish into the ether.
There's no way it just disappeared. Logic and evidence tells us otherwise. The Phantom didn't leave the moon rock on him when he left the lab. He's a spy from Texas. He was so sick of California space program, he's from Houston. Yet, a thorough police search didn't turn up anything. And I never turned up and it never turned up in 7 years after that either. Phantom made the rock disappear without physically moving it himself, but how? There must have been a way. Think, Phoenix, think. I know where it is. It went into space. How did the moon rock vanish from the robotics lab?
So, can you or can you not show what happened to the moon rock, Mr. Wright?
He's from Maryland. What did Maryland do? Other than have bad crabs. Yes, I can, Your Honor.
Damn, I feel like those are fighting words. Jesus.
It took me half a second to realize what kind of crabs you meant, considering how we started this stream.
Maryland blue crabs are bad. They're bad. You should never be able to eat the shell off a crab. I think that is blasphemy. He's from DC. I mean, yeah, this is governmental. That's not a different state, though.
That feels like a personal problem. What?
No.
Oh, sorry, I mean, what?
You should have to work for your crab meat.
I think you're just being specious against soft-shell crabs.
I don't give a shit.
Also, I already worked for my crab meat. I bought it.
No.
So I had to work for the
Exactly.
money.
You gotta dig in. You gotta dig
I
into
hustled.
that shit. You gotta get primal with that shit. You gotta get old.
You can
Bay
get
under your
primal with a
fingernails.
soft crab.
Listen,
No,
with the
you
struff
can't.
one, you could dig in with your fingers and just rip it to shreds.
No, you can't. It just is too soft and malleable. It's too.
I think this is your problem.
I think this is a ridiculous
distinctly
line
a
of
problem.
conversation.
No.
We should move on.
In that case, let's have your answer, Mr. Wright. How did the Phantom make the moon rock disappear from the crime scene?
Put it on Trucy.
He gave it to Trucy.
That's the Hope capsule, right? The one that went up with the Hat 1 rocket?
Yeah. He couldn't carry the rock out, but he couldn't leave it in the center to be found either. So there was only one safe place to stash it. Thank you, Tony. The Hope capsule that was there in the lab that day. In the crab.
Yes.
crab.
Hope capsule.
Those are
And the
There's like a security crab in the Hope capsule.
The crab
And-
capsule.
and the team must have loaded it into the Hope space probe eventually. But if that's what's happened, then the moon rock would have been launched up into space along with the rocket.
Preposterous. It would
It
mean
looked like Taka stabbed him.
that for these past 7 years, the moon rock was...
Back where it belongs! Exactly. The Phantom got rid of the moon rock the most cosmic way he knew how. It was out there in the depths of space. Aboard the Hope space probe!
Wow.
What?
What?
That sounded like
Order in the court.
that sounded like Pearl having taken a nap in the gallery, waking up finally.
Who?
Pearl.
Pearl.
What happened?
Oh.
She was supposed to be with Athena this entire time, and she just wasn't.
What?
Ugh.
I understand now. The Phantom's original scheme was to sabotage the Hat 1 anyway. The villain, he used his primary objective to conveniently kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
That's right, he planned for the moon rock to be turned into cosmic dust out into space. thereby destroying the one piece of evidence that could reveal his true identity. But Mr. Starbuck and the others foiled the Phantom's plot.
Ugh.
The Hope space probe sailed off safely on its mission and returned 7 years later. With the capsule in tow.
Ah!
If we analyze the blood on the moon rock, it should make one thing crystal clear. That you were the Phantom all along, Detective Fulbright!
So he killed Clay just so he could get the moon rock back?
I believe so. His original assignment may have been just to sabotage the hat too, but at the same time, he also had to retrieve the evidence of his crimes from 7 years ago. That's why he went to the boarding lounge. Attacked Clay as he made his escape out of the rocket with the time capsule. With just the capsule. It wasn't a time capsule. But in the end, or I guess it was a time capsule because you put something in it and then 7 years later you got it back. But in the end, it was all he could do to just escape himself. So he didn't get the capsule.
Clay must have done everything he could to stop Fulbright. Probably hung on to that capsule for all he was worth until his very last breath. It's so funny! You make me laugh, you really do.
Boy, he's totally out of whack now.
They keep rotating. Who's in front?
Spin.
It's game over for you, Detective Fulbright. Why don't you just admit it all now? They're both just like so full of energy. They're just bouncing back and forth.
They're pacing.
Yeah.
There's nothing to admit. I'm Bobby Fulbright, undercover investigator, I tell you. I'm not the Phantom. The blood on the rock is just another one of his schemes. A trap.
Now I'm not sure what to think. I suppose if the Phantom is a spy worth his salt, a trap is not out of the question.
But in that case, you can say anything is a trap. She's turning into the Jonkler.
That's what makes a trap a trap. I've been framed into taking the blame for the Phantom. Your Honor, I believe further investigation is in order.
Silence.
Further investigation? More like plotting your escape. But no more. I will bring you to justice myself if I must. Here and now. Instantly kill someone after being found innocent of a murder.
Gets tased.
I guess it's time to show you just what I'm really capable of.
Oh my
Die,
God.
Simon Blackwell.
Did we take his gun away from him? Hey, you guys aren't really... Oh, we're just gonna... Okay. No. Are we gonna get a cutscene? Oh, hey. Hey, honey.
It looks like I made it just in time.
Hey, Edward.
I have good news for you, Mr. Wright. I've uncovered some very crucial facts.
Did you find something out about the Phantom's true identity? Fulbright is off on the side. He's like, hey, I'm about to kill a guy. He's like,
Hey, I'm about to draw my gun. Does
hey,
anybody
does
care?
anyone give a shit? No.
You might say that. I started by looking into the first people on the scene 7 years ago. All three, an employee and 2 officers, were registered in the robot's recognition systems. But none of them looked the least bit like Detective Fulbright.
That's not good.
But there's more. I've yet to share my most important finding. Mr. Wright, Prosecutor Blackwell, you'd best brace yourselves.
Yeah.
The man you see there before you, Bobby Fulbright, is already long dead.
Because his name is Bruce Goodman. Huh?
Jesus Christ, imagine.
What's that supposed to mean?
An unidentified body that was found a year ago has now been proven to possess Bobby Fulbright's fingerprints. And does this mean...
Hey, why did you guys not run fingerprints on a body that you've had for a year?
Hey, how did this guy get on the force? Did nobody check him?
Yes, that man there is an imposter pretending to be Bobby Fulbright.
Theoretically, Bobby Fulbright was on the force. Because there's no way he got to be a detective in a year.
Oh, but theoretically, people know what Bobby Fulbright looks like.
Yeah, and he probably
imposter.
looks like that.
Yeah, that's what Bobby Fulbright looks like. He's in disguise.
And this man.
This is Bobby Fulbright.
Who in the world is he? Sorry.
Jeff.
Enough of your trickery. If you will not reveal yourself to us, then I shall do it for you.
Watch him actually be Shelly the Killer. It'd be so funny. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's Miriam.
Oh, he does actually have a skin suit.
Oh, God!
No!
Oh.
His face! We're fucking Mission Impossible-ing this shit now.
No, there's a tiny
Aw.
tiny alien inside his head. Men in Black style.
Look what you did to my mask.
This is very Tom Cruise. Someone watched too much Mission Impossible.
Mask! What is the meaning of this, witness?
Okay. You got me. I guess I have to show you who I really am now.
Oh, yeah.
He's like a perfectly photorealistic. Like he's just a realistic picture of a man. Oh, his head moved slightly
I'm
for that.
curious
camera
how they're
angle.
going to make this interesting, because I don't know. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
No.
Wait, but that's...
I think he's wearing multiple masks.
Apollo? Yep, it's me, Solomon Starbuck.
When did Danganronpa V3 come out?
Yeah.
This game has been extremely Danganronpa this entire time.
I think V3 was like 2017 or something.
Yeah.
This is 2013.
You're
Okay.
saying that you find some similarities between Spaceman pretending to be another character who we think is a super secret agent of some sort and killed a guy, and we don't know which one of them did it until the very end?
Yeah.
Weird. I don't see
Oh,
it.
I thought you were talking about the end of V3.
That's also that. The also
the
the,
Samugi.
yes, also a someone who can quick change into the bad guy, into different people. And do different
Incredible, he
versions of
stole
them.
2 different people's things.
Mr. Starbuck, but that can't be right. Can't really be the Phantom, can you?
The most fun thing would be if he just start going through like a bunch of different people from different cases from all over the franchise, because he's been watching everyone for so long.
Of course not. The real Starbuck was aboard the Hat 1, which was set to be destroyed.
Oh, I guess, yeah, it's question marks.
This is just another mask. I mean, didn't I tell you? I'm an undercover investigator. I can change identities at will. I can be anyone I want.
How did
At
nobody
will!
notice?
Will Powers?
How did nobody notice how thick his head was? He has like 5 masks on.
They just thought he was like that. Stupid as hell. He's gonna have a tiny little head when we finally reveal who he is.
Not so fast. I had the Phantom Psych profile right here.
Is he gonna turn into Ted Tonati? He has a helmet under there.
Compile a psych profile on you and compare the results. It will prove that you're the Phantom.
It's time for me to show you the real meaning of the phrase.
No!
Justifies the
means.
No! No!
Okay, he
That
does
voice.
canonically have their voice.
Those birds.
Yeah.
Yeah. No! Again!
He got thicker.
He got.
I cannot accept such evidence here, Miss Sykes.
No!
Professor Means? Is this?
At least turn into someone hot like Clavier.
I'll take what I want by any means necessary. Now give me that evidence.
Oh.
Huh?
Goodbye.
It's over here now.
Time to take out the trash. Permanently.
Oh, Jesus.
Look at you.
Now do you see how powerful the end justifies the means can be?
Silence. How pathetic. You can't even speak without wearing another man's face.
It'd be really funny if he also did Marlin's face. And we had to. It's like if the DLC has not come out yet. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
But that's the life of an undercover agent for you.
This music is very fun.
My real face has no meaning or value to me at all.
It's Miriam.
Well, perhaps it is really the case that you don't even know who you are anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, you can have it back.
What must you see when you look in a mirror, Mr. Phantom? Not an awful lot, I'd wager.
I want him to keep going.
Well, aren't you just the master of psychology, Blackwell?
Turn to Blackwell.
That's right. I don't know who I am. I am always living as someone else for my assignments. I don't remember what my face looks like. Or even what my personality was like. My face, memories, personality, beliefs, emotions, and soul. I left them all behind. I have no self. I am no one. I am nothing but an endless abyss.
What's with this guy? What's his deal? He's still human. There's gonna be a radio.
We resume with your lesson, Professor. Professor, right?
Yeah, it was Professor this time. Who do you think you are? I am. Huh?
That's very fitting for this, goddamn.
Okay, now he's actually doing means again.
I
believe you made this argument earlier. If you were to analyze the blood on the moon rock, you could prove that I am the Phantom.
Come on, I want to keep going. I believe there was blood on the moon rocket in the capsule. Now that we know you aren't even Bobby Fulbright, your claims of a phantom trap won't work anymore.
Then why don't you bring this moon rock in? This decisive evidence from the Hope capsule.
I think it will do just that. Get ready, because the Hope capsule is about to steal your... Fuck. Fuck! He said fuck!
Let him say fuck.
Let him say fuck. It's the rated M.
It was the courtroom bombing from the other day. The capsule was there in the courtroom as evidence and blown to smithereens.
The real curse of this game is the fact that they found out the M rating after the game was already finished, and so they couldn't do anything with it. It is the biggest shame. I'm so upset.
It looks like you have finally caught on. Full marks for the defense for effort.
I don't think I'm crazy for not immediately assuming the spy could forge a perfect skin suit. I mean, yeah? Like,
You acted like I was weird for going, they would recognize Bobby Fulbright.
No, I wasn't saying that he did a perfect skin suit. I said that he's in disguise. Like, that's a very common spy trope for people to be in disguise. I didn't realize how deep the mask went. I didn't think about that. But like, people.
No, I thought it was just like makeup.
Yeah, he could do prosthetics
like,
and shit to make him act like his
prosthetics,
face shape to
effects
actually
makeup.
work like that.
If you have a big enough spy network, you could find a guy who looks kind of like Fulbright and
Yeah.
change the way he dresses, and maybe he looks a little weird. Like maybe he goes away for a couple weeks and he comes back and everyone's like, "Did you get a haircut?"
Yeah,
Right, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We gotta watch the Americans.
The perfect skin suit is the funny answer.
This is the funny answer. Which I guess is the
You're
dirty
not
answer.
weird. the not expecting full skin suit, yes, but like doing prosthetics effects makeup is like the idea, the normal idea. But what a shame your hope was lost in that courtroom explosion.
We're even more Danganronpa.
I'm giving in to despair.
So that's the real reason this courtroom was blown up.
Where did Athena go?
She left. It was all for the Phantom to destroy that one piece of evidence.
The two white girls of our generation? What does that mean? I can't believe it. Have we really reached a dead end after coming all this way? Has the only evidence we have on this guy been just really destroyed?
I think
He killed a guy.
All the things he said in court, I think, is admissible.
Bobby Fulbright is dead. Like,
I think we can safely arrest him at this point.
Like, if we can't get him on this, we're gonna get him on the murder of Bobby Fulbright.
How dare you
That did
continue
make
to
me
call
laugh
me the
really
Phantom?
hard. The Bobby Fulbright is dead. Like really got me.
As I said all along, I'm just a nameless undercover agent.
Objection!
And the defense will continue to assert that you are the Phantom. Furthermore, we have proof. Or at least a prayer.
Oh my god, Phoenix. I'm afraid that won't do, Mr. Wright.
I'm sorry, two white chicks. Ah, yes. That clears things up. I just assume you're making a reference to the movie.
At least put some weight behind your swing, right, Dunno?
I know, I'm trying. There's only one thing that can unmask this menace. The moon. That was blown to bits.
Alternatively, holding him down and literally unmasking him would unmask him.
Bailiff, get him!
How deep does it go?
And yet,
How do we know when we've got to
It's
the
just-
skin?
it's
When the
just...
skin stops pulling off.
Oh god! They just start ripping at his actual cheeks. He's like, okay, that's real.
But it's via the way that like a grandmother like pinches the cheeks of a child. He's like
Yeah,
stop it. As you just like pull at his cheeks.
Ow, 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 ow.
Ouchie, that hurts. Stop it, please.
And we pull it off, and it's just a radio under there, because he's Shelly the Killer. And yet,
my God.
is it really gone without a trace? What if some tiny part, some fragment still exists?
Yes, and you can see the stolen moon rock there too.
That strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture?
Very well, Mr. Wright. Let's see your proof.
I knew the Pittsburgh Steelers would help me.
What?
They're black and
Oh.
yellow.
Stupid.
Luckily, that was kind of funny.
No,
So dumb.
I think you're wrong. That wasn't funny.
Deeply done. A little funny. I think it can be both.
So stupid.
Phoenix is a
I am
sports
ill
boy.
and
You
contain
know what it
multitude.
is. Like
Did you say I am ill and contain multitudes?
Yes.
Alright, I got it. Isn't that the bomb that blew up the courtroom and the moon rock along with it?
what it is.
Are you saying this will reveal the Phantom's identity?
Yeah, and he's guilty. See, it says
Thank
it
you,
on the
Shasta.
sign.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Your Honor. Focus your attention on this photo of the bombing, specifically right here. Here!
Exhibit
It's right there!
7K.
Simke.
Exhibit Fred.
Yeah?
What?
I don't know. The one in the middle looked like Fred to me at a glance.
Please take a look at this newspaper article. This article... Oh, that's just it.
This article about Hat 1?
Now please note the strange black and yellow rock there on the left. That's the moon rock. And when we look at this photo of the bomb fragments, see how there is a rock-like object with the same coloration?
Oh my. Yes, I see it.
There's absolutely, like, they've done something similar like this before and have hidden it a little bit better, I think. Like, I feel like there's absolutely been a thing where it's like, it's been right in front of us the whole time. We just didn't notice. And this time it's like, nah, it's extremely noticeable. It would seem that the moon rock was much more durable than the Phantom thought. Or if they had showed us that picture before they showed us what the moon rock looked like.
Mm-hmm.
If we take a look at all of the fragments that the police found, we'll likely find one with blood. And DNA testing on that blood will prove that the witness is indeed the Phantom.
Unbelievable.
But that's impossible.
A surprise to be sure. That's one bloody tough rock.
And tough bloody rock.
One bloody tough bloody
Let us have
rock.
the fragments tested straight away. And you'll be having a DNA test too, Fulbright.
He's literally Fulbright.
Bailiff, contact the police department immediately and order the testing.
I really don't want to go anywhere near this guy. Especially
You don't have to. We're sending you to the phone.
Tough shit, do your job.
Especially not with a needle. He's gonna turn around and hit me with it.
Prosecutor Blackquill, what do the test results show?
There was a rock fragment that had blood on it that appeared to be several years old. DNA testing revealed... Well, I'm sure you know full well what it revealed.
Why
It
did
was
they not?
Athena Sykes' blood.
Why did they not question this bloody rock?
I don't
They
think
confirmed it
looks
was the
blood.
witness's blood, didn't they?
It just has blood traces on it.
Mm.
There's no use in trying to talk your way out of it anymore. Also, if someone did notice it, they were like, "Oh, this is Candace's." Because she,
True, yeah.
yeah. Admit it. You are the Phantom. Who's objecting? Apollo? What do you want?
No, that was
Oh,
that was Phoenix's
Phoenix.
objection
That was
soundbite.
Phoenix's, yeah.
Mr. Rat, did you just raise an objection to yourself?
No, I didn't say a word. Oh, yes, 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 yes.
That was my objection, Apollo.
No, you fucker.
So stupid.
I do love Phoenix making these faces. Why?
It was a pretty good objection, too, don't you think?
Phoenix just jumps
God,
so
that's so unsettling.
Love Phoenix question mark.
yeah.
It wasn't unsettling when I played the game, it's unsettling now with this.
I think it's really good that like Levi was Phoenix when I'm not Phoenix.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I just asked the spoiler chat, like, wait, should I be Phoenix?
Yeah. I like to think that Phoenix just goes completely feral and jumps over the bench to strangle this man. Now he's me? He doesn't even sound like me.
So, did you have an objection or not, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, no, not really, Your Honor.
No, not you, Mr. Wright. I mean the witness, Mr. Wright.
Could this trial get any more insane?
Yes.
Mr. Wright, this fragment of rock in the photograph and those just like it, how can you be sure they're pieces of the same moon rock that was at the robotics lab?
Care to explain what you mean?
Well, there may have been a rock or two in the courtroom that had my blood on it. But how do you know they're not just rocks? You can't prove that they're the moon rock, right?
There's a picture of the moon rock. Don't be absurd. Just compare the fragment with the rock in the newspaper article. Anybody can see that they're the same. They have the exact same coloration. I mean, don't they have
weird.
scientists? Can't you see that the scientists, like NASA, be like, yep, this is moon.
But maybe some other rock with the same coloration happened to be in the courtroom.
That's it's highly unlikely a rock with such a unique appearance just happened to be here.
But you can't deny it's a possibility.
Objection!
But your blood was found on one of the fragments.
Apollo, there's nothing suspicious about my blood being on a piece of rock.
And why not?
I know it sounds like an excuse, but several years ago I tripped and fell in this very courtroom and was hurt pretty badly. Maybe that's how my blood found its way into a piece of rubble. This is like in character for Phoenix. Like,
I kind of love about it.
Yeah. Even he must realize how ridiculous that sounds. And yet, I suppose it's not completely out of questioning.
I see you're starting to sweat, Mr. Wright.
Also, it's extremely funny that all 3 of his transformations have been Levi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not planned. Not planned.
Of course not. You weren't supposed to be mean. Like,
Yeah.
I thought that the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles.
how dare you stand
where
where she stood and then he stood before her? On his knees. You're the last person I want to hear that from.
Well, why don't we get those fragments analyzed? We could ask an expert to verify if they were from the root. Why can't I talk? From the moon rock in the robotics lab or not?
No, let's get Clonko in here.
he takes off his mask and he's fucking Clonk. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that just isn't going to be possible.
And why not?
In order to prove that the fragments are from what you say they are from, you need a sample of the moon rock from 7 years ago to compare it with.
Like the one in my earring?
Yeah!
But that moon rock doesn't exist anymore, and there's no sample data left either.
Yeah. I was wondering
So
why
you
you have the fucking
see-
earring.
Short of going back in time, there's no way to prove that any of the fragments are from that moon rock.
He can't be me. He's not saying stupid things.
Oh!
No!
One of these times, I want the bad guy to say something like that, and for the good guys to immediately realize what we realize.
Nuh-uh.
There's really no way to prove it.
Are you finally ready to throw in the towel?
This also should be a thing that that Athena figures out, and not Phoenix. It was actually me this time. So the moon rock doesn't exist anymore, huh?
That's right. It was such a valuable rock, too. Shame, really. But it's lost to us forever.
He's wrong. It's not completely lost. There's another piece of it, right here by her side. A shining fragment of hope that can turn everything around. He just reaches over and rips it out of Athena's ear.
Oh!
Oh,
ow!
God, why?
He's just
Hey,
too
clip on.
He's just too excited.
Athena does not have her ears pierced.
It's
She
a
does not
clip-on,
have her
yes,
ears
it's a clip-on.
It's a close one.
The final piece of
Everyone
evidence.
there's like a magnet that's like the magnet between the.
That's
And it just
Oh,
pops off.
yeah.
Mhm. The final piece of evidence to put this phantom away for good. It still hurts, but she's like, what the fuck? Like,
What the fuck was that? You could have just asked.
I'm sorry, I got excited. The defense has a piece of evidence that completely contradicts your claim.
Oh, you stand next to him. I'm going on the far side.
You have what now?
A final fragment of hope that was passed down with great love and care.
We do?
Oh my god, Athena.
We do. Even if the person holding it hasn't realized it yet, because she's kind of stupid.
I mean, she never sees it.
She doesn't look at it.
That's a good
She
point.
does touch it all the time.
Is this true, Mr. Wright? Pay no attention to him, Your Honor. He's just bluffing, as usual. I would know.
I wonder if you'll be able to force your biggest smile when you see what I've got.
Oh, that's good. Try me.
The piece of evidence that shows the original moon rock isn't completely lost is this knife runs up and stabs him just a whole bunch.
I win! I'm the real Phoenix. But
There can only be one.
Mother left me with our widget and a whole bunch of trauma. And this earring.
Wait, also, I'm looking at the clip on this. That's wild. Is it?
I think the back is the part that screws on. Like the front is just like a fancy
yeah, it
pierced.
is like a, yeah, okay, I see. That is just a weird way of doing it, though.
Yeah.
You would think that it goes down into, okay, that's fine.
Maybe she did love me in her own way.
It seems like an earring drawn by someone who has never worn earrings before.
Yeah.
I'm considering getting my ears pierced again.
I do like wearing earrings from time to time. They're fun.
I still got you can still see this the dot from it, but like you can't. They're useless now. So I'm like, might as well.
Sometimes, because I wear earrings for like special things, so it's a long time between when I've worn earrings, and usually I can still get an earring in there. It just pushes out a little bit of skin. Like it doesn't bleed, it doesn't like irritate at all. It's just like it's almost like you're like pushing through a eraser almost.
Yeah, no, yeah. That for a while I could do that. I can't anymore.
Athena, you may not know it, but your mother left with you a very important piece of evidence.
She did?
You're
I still
bluffing.
don't get it.
You don't have anything of the kind.
Oh, but we do. Evidence that will finally counter you. Because we have a moon rock of our own.
Yeah. Oh!
Alright, the brain cell just got to
What do you
her.
mean?
Alright, exactly. A gift Dr. Sykes left her daughter. An item Athena has cherished and worn all these years. As distant as Dr. Sykes may have seemed to her daughter, that fragment of her love.
I wonder if she seemed distant because she did literally mute Athena's ability to detect emotion.
Yeah. Will shake off the darkness of the past and give us all hope for the future. This is the defense sample of the moon rock, because she certainly wasn't emotionless to Aura.
That's your sample.
The earring that Miss Sykes always wears was made from that original moon rock.
What?
All this time.
It was right here all along. No, it can't be.
If the composition of the bomb fragments and the earring are found to be a match, then it will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt the origin of the fragment in this photo. And since test results show that the blood on the fragments was yours, this means that the identity you tried so hard to hide will finally be revealed.
The identity I tried to hide. I don't have an identity to hide.
I may not have Athena's ears, but now even I can hear the fear in your voice.
Fear. I don't feel fear. I left all of my emotions behind years ago.
Kristoff gathered.
Even every human being feels fear. You simply can't face the emotions inside you. You can't face them because you have nothing. No love, no trust.
And I suppose you do?
I didn't have anybody to support me at first either. I couldn't face the fear inside me. Couldn't get over the trauma of my past.
Like I said, I don't feel fear.
Objection!
Then you're just a coward for running away from yourself. When I had my doubts about Miss Sykes, I felt like I would collapse under the weight.
But I won't. Oh, no.
But I wanted to trust her. and I knew I could trust Mr. Wright to uncover the truth.
Hate when you do that.
That's why I was able to face my suspicions without hesitation.
Running away from myself. How can I run from myself when there's nothing inside? Nothing at all.
I know it's hard for someone as unwilling to trust others as you to understand, but people have emotions. It's just a fact of life. And so, people can be weak at times. But that's exactly why people need to trust one another. So they can gain the strength to face themselves when things are at their weakest. Without trust in others, how can you ever hope to face your fears? He just dies on the spot.
The fear inside of me is this. No.
Oh no. Oh no, he's melting.
I'm afraid. I'm scared. I feel fear.
Oh, he's melting. Oh god.
You can't outrun yourself.
Remove that mask and unleash your emotions.
Confront
Right.
your guilt head on, bitch! With your own
true
face!
Holy shit, you guys synced up.
Damn.
Oh my god. Oh, this animation, man.
This is bad. This is so
My-
bad.
It's real
Oh.
bad.
True face? No. Please don't. I know you're here. Please. See, I haven't revealed anything yet. Honest.
You get shot through the head, and that's how the last mask comes off.
My own true
Oh,
face. I
God.
don't have one. My face, my face, my face.
Tonati. He did have a helmet under there. Oh lord. No! I hate that.
Is this my face? Is it? No! No, that's not it. No! This isn't me either. Is this me? Which one is my face? What am I? Who am I?
He was changing his voice because they did the femme one. That's so wild. Oh, someone kill him.
He did the voice training. Whew.
Good God.
I was right. She did get the mask
They
shot
did.
off.
They did. He did just fucking get shot immediately. I think you know what? He was right. It was instant. It was on sight. All right, you know that's
Gotcha.
fair.
He fucking knew. He fucking knew.
A sniper attack in this very courtroom. It chills me to my bones.
Anyway, we don't need to worry. We don't need to worry about that.
Maybe we should fix the ceiling.
But the police are doing everything they can to track down the sniper as we speak. Prosecutor Blackquill, how is Detective Fulbright? I mean, his imposter doing?
His imposter.
He's a lucky fellow. The bullet didn't hit any vital organs.
Oh fuck off!
Ah, they got the guy.
No, come on, let him die.
He appears to be in no danger of dying.
What kind of cheap-ass sniper
What,
did
what,
they get?
what kind of
Right?
shitty ass sniper?
I mean, he was like full thrashing around,
Yeah.
he's
Well,
staring at
shoot
his own face,
again.
screaming. Oh no! Oh,
He's
they should
laying
have.
on the ground.
Well,
The
that was a...
snipers from the same place we get the ones for Trump.
yeah. I wasn't sure if I wanted to
Right.
pull the trigger on the joke. No pun intended. But
Gotta get a
Well-
guy like the one who.
If I didn't
Never
know you
mind.
better, I would not have believed the no pun intended for a second. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
I said it and I was like, oh boy. Well, that was fortunate for all of us.
If you were Nat, I wouldn't believe you.
Yeah,
the
make
analysis of that- the analysis of that final piece of evidence Right Honor submitted is in. The composition of Miss Sykes' earring and the fragment with the blood on it match.
Athena's like, I'm married now?
When did that happen?
Ew.
Juniper is just like, hey, I did that while you were
Hey, over here.
in
She's like,
prison.
I grabbed
"We
your
can now
hand
be
and
certain
I
that it is a
papered.
fragment of a moon rock in question.
We have a lot of witnesses.
Of the moon rock in question. The murders and bombings at the Space Center, both past and present. The bombing of the courtroom number 4 and all of his other crimes as numerous as the stars. On the suspicion of all these things, the spy known as the Phantom has been incarcerated. The prosecutor's office is now responsible for his well-being. There are still a myriad of things we wish him to tell us about after all.
Thank you, Prosecutor Blackquill. Well, it's time to finally bring this trial to an end. But before I do, will the defendant please return to her proper place?
You don't belong back there.
Yes,
He's
Your Honor.
the one on trial here.
Yeah, I know. Just
fair to
when
the-
he says that.
Fair to the judge. Still very funny.
I'm taking your badge away. You have too many womanly emotions.
Now then, this court finds the defendant, Athena Sykes.
Small loop. Small loop.mp3. Applause. Not even a WAV file.
Court is adjourned. Damn, we're timing this pretty well, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Depends on how long they chit chat afterwards.
They also
A little
always
bit,
have the
yeah.
credits where everyone's
Yeah, but,
talking,
like,
so you gotta be
We
ready
won't be
for that
going
shit.
like over an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
over the
We won't be
time,
going to
yeah.
4 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Still one of the funniest
Congratulations,
things that ever
Mr.
happened
Nick.
in hindsight.
Oh, yeah.
It was miserable at the moment, but in
Some
hindsight,
of it was miserable.
Super
Especially 'cause
funny.
I hadn't been in the entire game. I had been absent for most of the game, and then I suddenly had like an hour of monologues in the last mission.
Yeah.
At least.
It was so
Because
late.
it was all Snake explaining random shit.
Yeah.
You just did all the snake fruits in a row at the end. Crazy.
Thank you, Pearls, and thank you for being there for Athena. Did she say something and I missed it?
Congratulations, Mr. Nick.
A preemptive thank you. I knew you were gonna say that.
It's the least I could do. But Athena was great, wasn't she? She was so strong throughout the whole trial.
Daddy, I'm so glad to see you.
Jersey, are you alright? Are you hurt?
I'm fine, Daddy. I was doing magic tricks for the other hostages to keep our spirits up.
It drove me crazy.
Aw.
That's why I was threatening to kill her first.
I needed her to stop, and she wouldn't.
That's our Trucy for you. I'm really glad to see you're safe.
Ugh.
Right. I fear I owe you yet another debt of gratitude.
Your head's too small. Edgeworth.
We never would have caught him if it weren't for all of you.
Everyone's head's gonna look too small after seeing the Phantom's ginormous dome.
Oh, come on, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? You're the one who's always been tracking the Phantom all this time. Plus, you were the one who gave Blackwell permission to serve as prosecutor, right?
Yes, well, we knew the Phantom was somewhere nearby. The police and I were trying to find him, but we never did manage to do so until this trial.
Well, we never would have won this trial without you. It was your help as chief prosecutor that was key to this successful conclusion. Besides, it was you that saw to it that I got my attorney's badge back, wasn't it?
So you figured it out, did you?
Yeah, getting my license back just went just a little too smoothly, you know? Should have been much harder after that evidence forging scandal, which was proved in court to have not been me. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well,
Phoenix.
I owed you a few favors.
Hey, Edgeworth. Think we can finally bring the Dark Age of the Law to an end?
Let's keep it around a little bit longer.
Even the darkest nights turn to dawn eventually. Our sun will rise again.
We have a
She's down
daughter.
for a nap right now.
Yeah, we have no. Wait, we have a son.
Oh no. Apollo, you mean?
Apollo. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Besides,
Wait.
now that Prosecutor Blackwell has been cleared of all charges,
Go to bed, Apollo.
What?
It's like the eat your hamburgers Apollo, right?
Yeah.
Like,
a great deal of the mistrust towards the court system should have been swept away.
Barry references that all the time. What is that from?
oh, you haven't seen the comic? I'll pull it
No,
up.
my
I don't
God.
think I've seen that
Yeah,
comic.
we'll send it in a
Eat
minute.
your
It's really,
burgers,
really
Apollo.
fantastic.
Like Barry referenced that even from the first game when he was playing the very first. He was
Yeah, no,
doing
it's-
it. He knew
it's-
about
it's
Apollo
probably
because of
Spoilers in
that.
it all.
It's probably one of the most ubiquitous
It was-
Ace Attorney memes. Yeah.
I'm actually, wasn't it? I mean, in addition to that, like, wasn't it actually linked by like the developer in like a developer log when talking about sort of the difficulties of
Oh.
translating Japanifornia?
You
Like,
might
I
be
think
right.
Janet Yu linked it in one of her blog posts about the game. So like,
Oh
it
my
got a huge
God.
audience to it because it was. I'm pretty sure it was linked to by the like one of the
The
I
translators.
believe it.
by one of the localizers who actually was the original English voice of Francisca as well.
Yeah.
Because all the voices in the original were just like the people in the office who were there.
hmm You know, you could have said it with a bigger smile, Edgeworth. It wouldn't kill you. Instead, the furrows in the brow of yours just keep getting deeper and deeper.
So I should smile more, huh? I'll think about it.
They're fucking old queens.
The complicated love-hate relationship between lifelong rivals.
Yeah, that's what it is. Athena! I don't know who this is. It's probably Juniper. Oh no, it's
No.
Simon.
It's front facing Blackwell.
Athena.
Facing Blackwell again. I'm forever in your debt. You went to all that trouble, even taking the bar exam while you were overseas.
Well, I knew that if I didn't get your sentence overturned fast, you'd be executed. So I studied and studied. I was frantic. How long did I have, by the way? Like a year? A few months? I'm so glad I
sorry.
made it in time.
Oh,
Just barely. But I still made it.
she did know. That a girl, Athena. It's good to see you finally let your tears out. Yeah. The only time an attorney can cry is when it's all over.
It's all over.
It's all over.
He's crying too. Manly tears that we can't see.
Yes, I survived by the skin of my teeth thanks to you.
It's just a shame on you, Simon, for trying to throw your life away like that.
Back doing the... It was never my intention to just throw my life away. But some things in this world are more important than your own life.
Like what?
My honor-bound duty to protect with my life.
Also, Toxic Yuri. I thought it would be really funny if Aura had a lot of trauma baggage to do with the death of her girlfriend and her brother being convicted of it. I think, it's just a whole thing.
Thought it'd be fun. My mentor's most beloved treasure.
I love tropes. You know me.
Huh?
That's some loyalty. This guy really is a samurai through and through.
Which is really interesting, and one quick thing about samurai while we're talking about it. So, the language that's in the original Japanese, he's not a samurai, he's a ronin.
Mm-hmm.
The distinction being a ronin is a samurai who's lost their master,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's like a whole thing about him is he's like portrayed as this kind of gruff ronin character
Because
that
he
like
lost Meadows.
there's no way to translate to English. Like there's
Yeah.
no distinct way to do that. She became a samurai in English because like most people don't know what a ronin is,
Mhm.
especially like in 2014 or whatever, and like the
Yeah.
context they didn't want to like try to get that. So he's a ronin in
Mhm.
Japanese,
yeah,
which
'cause
sort
he
of
lost
hints the
Meadows.
whole mentor thing.
Yeah.
To see the ronin even from the start,
Mhm.
which immediately initially makes him look kind of like a rogue, like just like a
Mhm.
rogue guy, whatever. But instead, it's
Mhm.
actually revealed later that he's lost his mentor.
Mhm. Well, it looks like we can breathe easy now. Apollo, Athena, thank you both. Man, can you imagine that I thought you two were siblings? That's crazy. Apollo doesn't have any siblings. It took all of us together to pull it off. I'm killing Miles.
That was the best delivery of that joke yet. Oh my god.
Sorry.
You bet, boss. What a team we are, huh? We're almost a family.
But not blood.
It was definitely the most amazing turnabout I've ever seen.
You shut up.
Okay.
I'm
I'll
like,
just go
God.
fuck myself,
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, you can't make that joke. My office has the best, most capable lawyers around.
Fucking yourself can't even get Gavin to do it.
Goodbye. I'm leaving. Thanks, Mr. Right. I'm gonna work extra hard to make up for all the worry I caused.
I am actually taking a leave of absence now because my leave of absence was 2 days.
I'm so tired. We've had such a rough couple days. I genuinely need to sleep. Really?
I faked my broken arm.
Wasn't it almost Christmas or something?
It is. This is December 20th.
Apollo Justice is fine and ready to go. Let's hear it for the Right Anything Agency.
But it's not Christmas, and that's what's important.
Well, nobody's gonna try harder than me, so you better watch out, Apollo. Simon is free thanks to
Okay.
Mr. Right.
Yeah.
There are so many people out there who need our help.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, and I'll be needing you both to help them. We still have a long way to go. Get ready, you two. We won a major
Got a
victory,
big storm coming.
but the war is far from over. There was a foreign
I'm gonna
state
kill a guy.
invading this country for its space secrets. There are still people out there suffering under false charges who need defending. Like Maya, again. She got arrested. That just happened like off screen 2 hours ago. I gotta go help her. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. If we ever hope to fully bring the dark age of the law to a close. That'd be the best way to bring Maya back. Is just like Phoenix doesn't know who he's defending. He just like kind of gets to the thing and it's Maya. He's like, "Fuck, not again! What did you do?"
It's like a subversion of like Ace Hunter 4 beginning. You gotta defend it, you know? Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, I know one thing we have to do. We have to celebrate with a bowl of piping hot noodles.
Piping hot nudes? What?
Nothing like a bowl of Eldoon's noodles after a trial on Mr. Rat's
They
tab.
can finally just straight up not make it burgers and have an excuse to make it ramen because of Eldoon. They've been writing
Mhm.
that fucking thing this entire game.
That's how it works at the Right Anything Agency, right, Mr. Rat?
Huh? What? Huh?
As a boss, it is your duty to express gratitude to your people for their great work. In that case, allow me to join the festivities. I would greatly welcome a bowl of noodles. Been in prison for 7
Huh?
years.
Huh? Huh? No one's paid
Thank you,
anything.
Daddy. Why don't you just invite everybody involved with the case? The more the merrier, right?
I like how they're doing this bit again. Like, this is just the way every game ends.
Hey,
now.
Tracy,
Mhm.
can I borrow $50?
Yeah, sure, I made like 4,000.
Oh,
Fucking
Mr.
boxes.
Nick! Look how far you've come! Who knew you'd grow up to be such a generous gentleman?
You weren't involved in the case. You were just here.
You're not getting noodles.
You have to pay for
You
your own
saying-
noodles.
You saying you're not gonna get me noodles, Mr. Right?
I'm getting you a burger. Guys, under these circumstances, there's only one thing I can say. Fuck.
Only if I get to join in.
Ain't no fair. I want to say it too.
Okay, here we go. Ah, I got to press a button!
Let's just stand here.
So anyway, next week,
Alex.
next Friday. Objection.
Literally go fuck yourself.
All right.
No, we have lines.
Why is it slow?
I'm trying to think of something nice I could do for Polly now that he's back. So I decided to go around and get a bunch of jobs for him to do. Find a lost cat, install an air conditioner, give a computer lesson, find a lost item. Huh? Think I should have found him a few legal cases? No, that's okay. This is the Right Anything Agency after all.
He can't give a computer lesson. He's a fucking boomer. He doesn't know how to use computers.
All lawyers are boomers.
Athena and Apollo were so wonderful in court. I'd better study as much as I can if I want to be a judge someday. My grandma says eat lots of peppers and they'll ignite your passion. Oh, but I should figure out which to grow, green peppers or yellow peppers. Maybe I should go with hot as the sun red peppers instead.
So who's gonna be the main three if they pop up?
I mean, they're what? Oh, hold on.
The end of the dark age of the law, you say? How naive! Don't you know it's sometimes necessary to get a guilty verdict now and then? What, they're putting me under investigation? The chief prosecutor wants to save me?
Uh-oh.
Bye, Gaspin.
He killed Winston to take his job.
Fuck.
I've been asked to debut the great mass wrestler Tenma Taro.
He's scheduled to go up against the amazing Ninetales next, though.
Oh, what to do? A fight to the finish with myself.
Why don't you ask Mr. Demon Lawyer to be the amazing Ninetales?
That's not a bad idea. I bet he'd all be all for it. So are we to meet as foes, are we, my little friend?
They are going a lot faster than I feel like they usually do.
Those two
No,
are very...
it's about
Shut
the
up.
same.
Would you believe it? I'm an alderman of the Ninetales Vale now.
No.
Pretty impressive, eh?
Who elected
Took
you?
over after Rex Kiwi for the good of my beloved village. What do you say? Would you like to make a little donation to help us out? Hey!
Hey, you,
Oh,
what
no.
are
What do
you
you think
doing?
you're doing singing in the
Ah,
man?
jigs up! Better make a run for it!
LOL. I thought I wanted to be an artist, but after seeing the amazing job Athena did, I started becoming genuinely interested in the law. So now I'm studying for the bar exam. I'm gonna prosecute Athena someday. You'll see.
I'm studying my buns off too, but not for the bar exam. I'm gonna pass the Themis entrance exam on my own merit this
Oh my
time.
Oh
god,
my
dude.
god.
With a score of 100 points, of course.
You, Juniper, our dream will live on forever!
I'm gonna prosecute Athena, not against Athena.
I found really sweet boxes for all three of them, but they won't wear them. Is it because I want to be a legal journalist instead of a lawyer or a judge? But anyway, thanks to the trial, the school newspaper's future's as bright as it can be. Now let's see what the fresh blood have to say about the newspaper. Our editor cried so hard at graduation rehearsal, her cardboard box got soggy.
Oh no.
Also, he was gonna graduate high school at fucking like
Ah!
28.
It's a one-night only reunion concert. And I still have the president of the student council sang like no high school student ever should. And when she's a judge in her own court someday, I'd love to have a jam session with her. It'd be the coolest trial ever, yeah? I can already hear it now.
Yeah, this guy talks slow. You can't rush his lines. I get it.
Impossible.
I gave this place a good cleaning from top to bottom, but it's already a mess again. I guess the only thing I can do now is clean up the attitudes of the people in this office.
Yes.
With Mystic Maya due to come here once her training is over, it simply must be done.
Maya!
Maya!
Maya mentioned.
Maya!
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 Oh my god.
Christ.
Humanity's dreams for outer space will never die. That planning for the Hat 3 rocket has already officially begun. Look upon me, people of this great nation, and witness the glory of Yuri
The
Cosmos.
glory of Yuri.
What do you... Director. Yes. Rocket preparations are fully complete. Yes. You just leave everything to me. Assistant Director Yuri Cosmos.
The really good bit.
I'm going to the moon in the new rocket. If Athena or Mommy Metis came to the moon, I would love to show them around. But which is more interesting, Montes Pyrenees or Mira Tranquillatus? You think they would like either one? Yay! Hooray!
I wonder how Miss Aura is doing. I'd rather be near Miss Aura than on the moon. Oh, Miss Aura, I just want you to use me again like you used to. Ready for launch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off! I'm going to the moon for real this time, for me and for Clay. Thanks to my lawyers, I now know I should, but I'm worried. You can't breathe in space, and in fact, it's cold as heck. Oh man, now I'm getting really nervous.
Yeah.
Camera. Your microphone at me.
Back that Klonka was an accident.
No, I'm not employed here. I simply came to request their services in defense of my sister. But no one's around, and I've been kept waiting for a long time.
Oh my God.
What sort of case brings you here? Oh, your father was accused and you wish for Athena to defend him. Then perhaps he and I shall meet in a courtroom in the near future.
Oh my God.
Cameraman lore.
I guess because she's in prison, we're not going to talk to Aura.
Edward.
I looked for your next monthly salary assessment. Blackwell's acquittal has brought all manner of ills in the prosecutor's office to light. It would seem solving that case has thawed the chill of winter into the warmth of spring. I now owe Wright yet another debt of gratitude. But I will repay him one day, you can trust in that.
Tomorrow. We're going out.
I'm taking back shots.
Everything will be on me. For once.
And then,
Oh wow, we really
and then
don't get
Phoenix
up.
died.
I thought we'd
It's
have
unfortunate
a Aura
that
in
I
the
was-
detention center.
I was a killer, and I was someone who got arrested, and I was someone in the DLC. Sorry. That was really funny.
God, now imagine playing the fucking DLC case now. It's
Yeah,
like, hey, it's
exactly.
Fulbright
That's why
again,
I
guys.
couldn't-
Yeah.
That's why I
It's
couldn't play the DLC case
It's
after I finished
Fulbright.
the game. I was like, I can't fucking do this.
Yeah.
I can't handle this.
Oh man.
All right. Ooh.
See, I told you
alright.
we would do it.
Yeah, we did it. Holy shit.
Really well on time.
Definitely, like, an Ace Attorney game.
Yeah.
I've
One of
really
the Ace Attorney games of all time.
one of the Ace Attorney games of all time. There's like so many. There's like good moments. Like the Fulbright reveal is so fucking good. But
Love that.
Mhm.
The thing about this game is there's a lot of highs and a lot of lows.
Yeah.
I think it's like a lot of highs, some lows, but mostly mids.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
It's
kind of
pretty mid.
it's remarkably mid.
And I love Blackwell and Athena's sort of vibe so much.
Mhm.
Like I love
Yeah.
the story between them. That like even
Yeah.
though like this game is my favorite, it is also one of my favorites. Right? Like
I just needed another game between 4 and this one.
yes,
Right.
Mhm.
Like
I
there's
have.
there's someone who said that like you should play Investigations before you play 5, and I think pacing wise that would make sense to me. But I need another Apollo game before, right? I need another Apollo game before I
Yeah.
play this game. Is the feel? It's like I just didn't have time with Apollo. They kind of really made it feel like, okay, you figured out Apollo. He's done. He's here, but he's not really. His story is over. It's like, what are you talking about? His story is over. But I hope I think that 6 will have more.
So when are we gonna do that?
I mean, that's a good fucking question. The next game I want to play on this slot, I've been promising it for literally a year at this point.
That's
It's
true.
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Resident Evil
Yeah.
8, Rose, and which I don't think will take very long, and then 4. But
Mhm.
I don't want to go a whole year before playing these games again. Because now
Yeah.
Barry's caught up to me. And unless he plays Great Ace Attorney next, I'm gonna be fucked. So, I do. Molly has been very adamant that I play 6 before I try to do investigations because.
Please.
So we will play 6 next. As soon as I can. I don't want to because I'm also if Levi still wants to do Resident Evil, I don't want it to be a fucking marathon for you. Oh hey.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
wait, stop. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Who the fuck is that?
It's Starbuck.
No.
No, who's
him.
next to him?
Oh.
Also, who the fuck
I
is
should
that?
see.
There's
Person.
another one.
9, 8, 7,
It's just another
6,
astronaut.
5, 4,
They can have extras.
2, 1.
They got replacements.
Well, they didn't have the budget for it, so.
Whee!
I don't think you should be that close to. Okay. No, that's fine.
He's in the middle of the field. What are you talking about?
He snuck over there.
Ah, spreadsheets. Oh, hair
Hi.
down.
He's so pretty.
Hair down, Aura, so pretty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You did it, Solomon.
Mr. Starbuck!
You'll be fine. Just believe in yourself.
The moon's closer than you think.
That was so aggro.
Sabina.
So pull up! Pull up!
You're
There's
gonna
Neo.
crash!
We're way too close to each other.
Guys, I wouldn't have made it back into space if it wasn't for you.
Good voice, remember?
It's so evil.
Oh.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Great.
And then Phoenix died. Crazy.
And then he died.
And then he
No,
died.
that's not for another game.
Yeah, that's in 6 actually.
No,
So
7.
that's fine. Through the years, I've seen as much joy as heartache. Honesty is deceit. But just as Mr. Starbuck was able to escape the harsh pull of his fears and despair. Oh shit.
Desperado.
Despair. I believe that hope and
Despacito.
friendship can lift us all towards a brighter tomorrow.
Despacito is a great.
Despair.
Great.
How did we never make that joke while playing Danganronpa? And here you go.
We
'Cause
did it.
We did it.
Because we didn't make nearly as many mispronunciation jokes because it was
What the
Rowan's
fuck?
stream.
Hey, what the fuck is
Because
that
it was-
picture?
because I was playing.
You've unlocked
Oh, yeah, I wanna see that
special
picture.
bonus music back at. No, why did you make it disappear? I saw it for 2 seconds. And then
you'll be able
it's
to
gotta
look
be.
in the
It's gotta be in extras. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, no, no.
I usually know is on the left. What if we just immediately went into 6?
Game selection and museum.
No, wait. Where's the museum?
Set music background R.
No,
Oh.
I think it's. I
I
think
think it's switch games, maybe.
No,
Backgrounds.
there it is.
Oh, that one.
See, I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, but they won't let me see it zoomed in. They just will make it the
I
background,
it's
which means we don't have
confirm
shit.
change.
Okay. There
You
it
didn't-
is.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, why isn't
Okay.
this real?
This is very cool,
It's
but
like
there's
a
a whole second row missing. This is this is really annoying that I can't just look at the picture.
Right.
We'll try to do this
Wow.
zoom in on.
If you go back, I think there's an option to switch games. I wonder if one of the switch games option is museum.
Oh,
Yeah.
If you hit Z and then go to like if you close it and then go to switch
Yeah, no,
games, I wonder if one of
was-
the games options.
Nope. I'm not touching that. Yeah, okay,
museum
okay,
section.
spoilers, but I'm not gonna.
Art library.
Don't look at it.
No, that's not what I wanted. Fucking hell. Okay, cool. that's cute. Okay, that's cute. Ooh, actually,
Go to Dual
Oh,
Destinies.
yeah. I was looking at the 4 stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Ooh, the music here too.
Ooh. I love how
Get
they
outta
have
there.
Clivier on there as if he's
What are you doing
important.
up there?
Who put you up there? Who let you be there? That's just
Okay.
starting over.
That's not it.
Okay, so it's not an illustration.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Is it? No, it's
Scrolling
just
down.
overall
The trilogy, right? Is it only that?
This is.
Okay.
This
Oh, there
is
it is.
the-
There
There
it
it
is. There
is.
it is.
Hey, oh my
Ah,
to
you
unlock.
can't choose.
god!
You
Capcom,
can't
have Street
choose
You
Fighter.
can't
Maya
choose
or
Maya,
Franzi.
Francisca, or Godot. And no
Capcom,
Mia. What
you
the
have
fuck?
Street Fighter. You have the Street Fighter people. You could do this.
Yeah.
You can just make
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Please just make this. I will
This
do
is
that. I will
very
play the
cool.
fuck out of this game. Please.
The two
Please.
rhinos, like the rhino is an
Yeah.
option.
Yeah, but not
Yeah.
Mia fucking Faye.
Well, she's canonically dead. I
God,
don't think
the
anybody
trilogy
else
arc
in
goes
that
so
list
hard.
is canonically dead.
Okay, I think it's pretty damn heavily implied that Godot is dead.
But not
I'm gonna be
on
angsty.
screen.
I'm not gonna be angsty about it.
There's actually, as far like, it's just like implied that he's very ill.
Oh yeah, but I mean, he went away for murder. He's gonna die, right?
Oh, I love this game so much.
We don't know what, because it
Very
took, okay, so actually, and one thing I don't think we clocked, I didn't clock the first time I played it, but the fact that, it's like the only person who walked this entire hallway on the day of this very busy, space station launch was Black Quill, right? And everyone's like, why the fuck? And I remember there being a bunch of discussion on the internet about why that was. That was October 2020, and the fact that there wouldn't be anybody there
Oh my
is
god.
hysterically
Oh my
funny in the idea that everything was shut down in October of 2020, but this game
Yeah.
was released in 2014.
Yeah.
So it was like, why is there nobody there? And then we got to October 2020, and everyone's like, you know, it makes sense there'd be nobody there.
Uh huh. God, this game predicted a lot. Oh,
It's
okay.
really
I
terrible.
kept seeing Fulbright's hand whenever he did like the tense thing. It looked like this symbol.
Yeah. I have, so,
Hmm.
I will never write it because I'm not enough in the fandom anymore, and I don't think I could write it even if I was, but I do have a whole outline of a way to combine this and Ace Attorney 4 into into the dual destinies of Athena and Apollo. Apollo with Kristoff and Athena with the Phantom, and sort of the reveal being that they're the same dude, because the same back of the hand bullshit happens with both of them.
I had a thought about like this game is too pussy shit to not have him be to have him be Kristoff. Because I think that would be a great payoff for Kristoff, for like that character. Because I was like, seriously, this man is a megalomaniac who ruined multiple lives because he got fired. Like what?
Right, like none of it makes sense. Right, none of Kristoff's story makes any sense because there's like a bunch of gaps missing that aren't filled in any way that doesn't track. But the idea of setting this game, of combining Kristoff and the Phantom into one antagonist and combine
That
or doing I have a whole idea of like how that plot would go, and I've thought a ton about it. And of course, I'm never gonna write it, but I'm like that would essentially do this thing where there was like a conspiracy, like a bigger it being one sort of event that it's an interesting. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But,
for the future of stream stuff, there is a real chance that this is like the last Friday stream of the year, potentially the last stream of the year. This is why I really wanted to finish this. It just depends on like family schedule stuff. Like Monday, no, I will be able to stream on Monday, so we'll get more Echoes of Wisdom. But I think whenever I can stream, it might just be Echoes of Wisdom. And then in the new year, we'll assess what I want to do. Because, God, yeah, I do feel the momentum to be like, I want to get to a really good Ace Attorney game. So I would love to play 6. But also, I am missing shooties. I miss my Leon Skennedy. And I've been promising that for a really long time.
Well-
yeah, I'm super down to join you for the
On the
8.
bright side,
Yeah.
the 4 remake, How Long to Beat says 16 hours.
I just replayed
So-
4.
I thought you said that you were doing 4.
Uh,
You said you were doing the
Oh,
DLC, and then you said
Resident
Resident
Evil-
Evil 4.
I thought you meant this game series, Apollo
No!
Justice. I was so confused.
No!
Yeah, 4 should not take very long. But I guess
Yeah.
you've been trying to say that you haven't finished 4 remake.
No, I all but did. Like I
Right,
have like a couple more rooms in the final boss probably. So it's like I'm down to join you for 8. I don't know if I'm down to join you for all of 4.
That's fair. Because we did that. We did it. Like we've done it. We did that before. The only thing that would be entirely new, obviously it's a remake, so there's gonna be things that are different. The remakes have
It's
been
a good remake.
pretty
I can
remarkably
vouch.
yeah. I think the only thing that would be major different, I do really want to play the Ada DLC. I
I
just
haven't done that either.
continue into the Ada DLC from 4 because I keep doing this shit where I'm like, I did it, I finished the game, and then not doing the DLC. Evil Within is a big one. So I want to just kind of get that shit out of the way. And then maybe we get back to we'll do 8, 4,
Okay.
and then maybe 6.
Her DLC, just so that you know at the time, her DLC is like 6 hours.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be very long.
So
Yeah, so
that puts you at a 22-hour game
yeah, so that's
at least. Just so you know, like how long it would take and how long, you know.
So I don't do this thing again where I make promises and then
Yeah.
end up not. Yeah, I mean, I did say I didn't want to wait a year to come back to this. It might still be. No, it's not gonna be a year. 22,
I don't think
22 hours is a year.
No.
But no, it wasn't even a year. It was multiple years, right? Because I didn't play this game. No, I played it in my apartment. I played 4 in my apartment, than my old apartment.
We were playing 4 when I was living in Syracuse, which was 2021 to 2022.
Yeah, okay, so
Like
it was
end of
2 years.
2021, early 2022.
Yeah, because I think because in the meantime was Great Ace Attorney.
Yes.
That's what it was. It was that
Mhm.
both that I was doing classes and then we were doing Great Ace Attorney, so I didn't feel like I needed to do this right now at the same time. And then
we did
because my
Danganronpa 3.
backlog, and then we did Danganronpa 3, and then my backlog got piled up, and so yeah, that's why it's been 2 years. It's not going to be that long before we play 6. I think I am so I always feel this way that I get very Ace Attorney brained,
Yeah.
and I just don't I want to know everything, right? And so we've got 6 and both investigations to do. That I want to do in a faster time period than that. And I know investigations might be a different format because it's a different game. And then if I manage to beat both of the investigations games before they ever even talk about a release date for 7, maybe we'll play Great Ace Attorney again. So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
Apparently, I mean, as you can expect, Great Ace Attorney went really well financially. So
And so did this and investigations. Capcom is on a fucking roll with Ace Attorney. And
So
as
now-
of right now, they have nothing to follow it up with.
now that they've sat on their laurels for quite some time with the remakes, let's let's get going.
They truly have done literally everything they can before doing 7.
Back in 2018, where I was like, wow, they're really doing all this stuff. That's awesome. I can't wait for the next game. 2014.
Oh, yeah.
2024.
Yeah.
All right.
So, anyway, thank you all for joining me. I had a very
you,
good time.
Alex.
I love Aura Blackwell with all of my heart. With all my fart.
Yeah.
And I'll see ya on Monday, and then after that, question marks. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
All right.